Southern Conference football on ESPN. From Homewood, Alabama at Bobby Bowden Field, it is the Furman Paladins against the Samford Bulldogs. Welcome into our broadcast position. Kurt Bloom, my broadcast partner Damian Mitchell. Third man of the crew is Eric Biancalana, and we will talk with him shortly. Partner, when I look at this game for both teams, it's a could have been, should have been, would have been. So how do you see this thing playing out?
One of the reasons why it's been like that has been consistency and finding ways to finish ball games. You look at Furman; they have been in dog fights week in and week out with the teams in their conference, teams they could have beaten. You find ways at the end of the finish. You come a little bit short. You look at Samford. It's been a game of ups and downs with that air raid system. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses, but you have to find the balance. And I think one of these teams has to win the ball.
Both of these teams have dynamic wide receivers. Tell me about the Furman wide receiver.
You look at Furman and Ryan Miller, the guy, he puts his hand in the dirt as a tight end at times. You find ways to give him the ball. He's a mismatch nightmare. He's very physical, sure-handed guy, extremely dynamic in this offense that they run. And you flip over to Samford, the guy that does it all in Montreal, Washington. This guy returns punts, returns kicks, rushes the ball, leads the team in receiving yards. He leads all in FCS and all-purpose yards. That means they find ways to get him the ball. Electricity is what explodes this offense and has them working. And for Samford, you find ways to give forward the ball and see how this offense goes.
All right, this college football season started in August. We will end in November. Furman, Samford, kickoff is next.
Something brought us here, to a time and a place where your decisions can actually drive change. Where extra achievers become ultra-curricular. Where a private institution serves a greater public mission. At Furman University, opportunity is all around you. So take our commitment, combine it with everything you're capable of, and the world will be forced to take notice.
We've come to this place from all over, and we've come for many different reasons. There are those who want to connect, and others who want to lead. There are some who want to create beautiful things, while others want to care for a hurting world. In the end, we are all here because this is a place where our passions find purpose. Samford University, for God, for learning, forever.
From Bobby Bowden Field, let's take a look at our current temperature, both down on the field, and it's Eric Biancalana.
In Birmingham, temperature will be a nice cool breeze. One thing to keep an eye on started as Samford gets ready to battle the Paladins. The Bulldogs have been in a battle of their own this week.
Samford and Furman. I think when you break this all down, Damian, forget the numbers, the stats, your record. You want to have that last game of the season. I don't care what sport it is. You want to go home off this field with a W.
Absolutely.
If you're Furman, you want to go back on the bus with a W. If you're Samford, you just want to go to your dorm room with a W.
Right, and one of the things, especially for Samford, you want to finish this season 500. You want to go into this offseason saying, hey, we finished the same way we started, which is, average. At the time, So you don't want to go in there thinking, a lot of things. And you have to go week to week basis as far as your wins and your losses. You can't really sulk over the losses so much, but you have to appreciate the wins. And, of course, you want to finish strong.
Furman won the toss, elected to defer. One of the best names in the SoCon will do the kickoffs. That's Axel LaPro. And let's see if he gives Montrell Washington a chance. As the All-American, we'll just watch it go out of bounds for a touchback. And Furman trying to bow up early as they said, all right, Samford, put that dynamic offense on the field.
Yeah, and you got to think about the Samford team, a team that just put up 52 points against Florida last week. So if anything, this offense feels in their mind they can't be stopped. If we go against SEC opponents and put up 52 points, they have to feel good going into this game against the Southern opponent.
There's Liam Welch, 6'2", just under 210, having an All-American type season and was spectacular against the Gators last week. First play is a pass. Welch caught by Smith, and Smith is down at the 40-yard line for a first down.
That was a good job by Chandler Smith. The guy got high up in his curl, looked like a post, stuck it down right there, a 12-yard gain right there, and is a good route running.
That's what Samford did against Florida, this time on the ground, 1 yard for Stanton. It wasn't a long ball, a home run like Samford did 2 years ago against Florida State. And that's what Chris Hatcher was saying during the week. He was so proud of that opening drive against the Gators. Very methodical. Welsh fires one off. Left side, Jai Creamer was the intended wide receiver. Liam put a little bit too much on his fastball.
Let's think about this offense, the tempo, the speed, the pace in which they play. It can also be a little bit of a disadvantage at times because you're not taking much time off the clock when you have plays like that.
Third down, 9 to go for a first down. Welch right over the middle. He's got his man Weiss. Weiss, the H-back, makes a move. Still on his feet. At the 30, inside, right near the 20.
And that's the thing when you bring pressure. Furman stacked the box. They wanted to bring pressure, make him get the ball out quick. They had a great play call, great play design. Michael Weiss, a guy that's been sure-handed all season long, goes and makes another big play.
That's his 43rd catch of the year. First down for the Bulldogs, just outside of the red zone. Welch calls his own number and goes straight ahead. He was dangerous last week again against Florida.
And that's a sneaky thing about Liam and the way that he plays the ball game. He's not the most dynamic athlete, but he still finds ways to be effective in the run game for this offense.
A pitch to Stanton.
Right now, you got to get in those third and manageable downs. You get in the red zone. You start shrinking the field there towards the end.
Third down and 3. Screen pass caught. That's Creamer, and Creamer dives towards the 5 and has enough for a first down.
That was a great decision by Liam. He sees the box. He checks outside to see if his receivers. He's got 3 on 2. They only had a DB and a linebacker that shaded out for 3 receivers, accounted for it. Check the run play, throw that screen pass, gets a first down.
Still looking at Creamer, and Creamer with a man wrapped around him and scores a touchdown.
As a receiver, that's what we call big boy ball. All he did was use his body, stem him up top, get inside, all hands. A DB, the only thing he can do is go around him, wrap around him, but he's, again, Creamer's just too big, too physical. All hands, there's nothing you can do, touchdown. I love to see it. You love to see it.
Third touchdown of the year for Creamer. Zach Williams for the PAT to give Samford a 7-0 lead on their first drive. Timeout coming from Bobby Bowden Field. Samford scores on their first possession. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club is the wonderfully marinated and juicy chicken breast. The marinade actually reminds me of my mother's cooking. You know, marinades, usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
With Farmers Auto multi-policy discount, you could save up to 45% on your auto insurance by bundling additional policies like boat, RV, home, and more. That's a long line of savings, and it's just one of the many Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Fuel your grind with Gatorade's proven formula and the right blend of electrolytes to help you on your journey to greatness.
Introducing new Vicks Super C and DayQuil Severe Convenience Pack.
DayQuil Severe for you, and Daily Vicks Super C for me.
Vicks Super C is a daily supplement to help energize and replenish your body with vitamin C and B vitamins. DayQuil Severe is a max-strength medicine for cold and flu relief. It's the daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, power through your day medicine.
Someone's feeling better.
Get your shoes.
All right.
Try the new Vicks Convenience Pack.
Samford 7, Furman nothing. Let's go back down to the field and check our temperature with Eric Biancalana.
Guys, so sorry I cut out on you like that. We'll pick up right where we left off. Temperature at kickoff was about 59 degrees. It'll get just a little bit warmer throughout the afternoon. One thing I wanted to note as we get started here, Samford, as they get ready to battle the Paladins, has had a battle of their own this week with the flu. Somewhere in the vicinity of 25 players came down with a bit of a bug. Coaching staff told us they were thankful it hit early in the week rather than late, but it has found its way into the starting lineup. With tight end Michael Weiss and left tackle Chris Noble, game time decisions. We'll see just how much action they're able to get here this afternoon. Guys?
Good job, and it looks like Weiss is okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a big play right there. It may be a little bit of drain, but you'd rather be out here than, you know, in the dorm room stuck up sick.
Welch on that opening drive. Damian 4 for 5, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. And just keeps stacking up his numbers.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. By rule, the ball is placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
After the out-of-bounds kick, Jace Wilson, freshman, and the Furman offense on the field.
And look for this Furman offense to try to find Ryan Miller and try to get him the time, find ways to give him the ball, give him the ball in space. Doesn't mind putting his hand in the dirt.
Freshman from Missouri City, Texas. He has split the starts with Hamp Simpson. Simpson, a local favorite. He went to Mountain Brook. But Wilson has wrestled that starting assignment from him. First play is a handoff. Dominic Roberto will get the majority of the carries today. 5'11", 240-pounder, redshirt sophomore. And we'll take a look at the impact players, Roberto and Miller for Furman. Easton Simmer, the defensive side for Samford.
And that's the thing about Nathan East. He's a guy that's been all over the field for this Samford defense. And one of the reasons why is he has a high motor.
Wilson, incomplete. Trying to hit Wayne Anderson out of the backfield. Third down coming up.
And right here, you get in those third and manageable situations. If you're for the Samford defense, you roll the dice a lot this season. You found ways to bring pressure in situations like this. You want to be able to set the tone defensively and let them know they're not going to have anything easy. So just look for some pressure right here in the middle.
Samford showing pressure. Flush Wilson out of the pocket. Passes incomplete. No flag. And that will be a fourth down play coming up. Good coverage.
That's a great stand for the Samford defense. You know, you kick the ball out of bounds, get them in manageable field.
Lamar Anderson says, how about me? He's been in and out of the lineup, fighting injuries. Tommy Bleekrode will do the punting. And Montreal Washington doesn't like to call for a fair catch. And Washington maybe got 2 yards. Samford will start at the 21-yard line. We'll take a look at the Samford impact players offensively. Damian?
Yeah, you look at Jay Stanton and Montreal Washington for this Samford offense. Guys that try to find ways to just get them the ball, because what they do, they create explosion. And you look at Travis Blackshear and Hugh Ryan on the defensive side, they're going to be chasing all game. They're guys that like to be extremely physical and try to make some sort of mismatch for the defense and try to neutralize this explosive Samford offense.
Drive number 2 for the Bulldogs. Welch. Intended near side for Kendall Watson, incomplete. Samford in front. Early touchdown on their first drive. TD reception by Jai Kramer. And that is DeMarcus Ware. About a yard, if that.
The thing about this Samford offense, you see guys rotating in and out, play after play after play, and they do a great job of keeping fresh legs throughout the game because of how fast their offense runs. Once you get in there, you know what play is called. Boom, next man up.
Fake to Ware. This is a play action. Some pressure, and now Welch dumps it in the direction of Ty King, and King could not hold on to it.
That's a great stand by the Furman defense. You know, you came up the first drive, they score a touchdown, and now you bow up, keep them in 3rd and long, find ways to get them off the field, and not take much time off the clock with 2 incomplete passes there on the drive.
Bradley Porcelado will punt for the Bulldogs. Fair catch caught. Good field position for the Paladins as they will go on offense for the second time. So we'll see what the youngster Wilson can do this time around. 5'11", 175 freshman. And as I was talking to the Furman people during the week, he just basically wrestled the job away from Hamp Simpson. You know, moving forward, looking into the future, that's where Wilson fits in. Look for a lot of Roberto, but this is an option. And Anderson getting gang tackled. Samford did a nice job that time, stringing that play out.
That was good team speed by the Samford defense. They stretched it out, made sure that they kept everything inside out. Great job reading their technique, using team speed. Great job getting off blocks. Giving them nowhere to go as the pitch man.
Lamar Anderson, first one to get there. It's Dominic Roberto. Roberto with good yards. Moving forward, he'll be short of a first down. And he is a load and a tough guy to bring down. 3rd down and 3.
Big 3rd down right here. You got him in 3rd and short. If you're Furman, you want to get this first down, keep this momentum going on this drive. And they've done a good job of just mixing it up, play calling. They're extremely balanced.
Second set of downs for Furman. Nothing yet out of Ryan Miller. Why not? Here's Dominic Roberto busting home and gets to the 20-yard line for a first down into the red zone.
That was they ran the zone into the boundary. All he had to do was just find a hole, put his foot in the ground. That was a great job. Receivers blocking downfield, keeping the feet moving. That was a great read by Roberto. Once he put his foot in the ground and got north and south, get what he can get, explosive play.
Anderson, about the 17-yard line. Dominic Roberto, 5'11" and 240. The guy who ran for that first down play. And he's getting all the touches with the injury to the superstar Devin Wynn, a senior from Greensboro, Georgia, who's been fighting a groin injury. Let's find Ryan Miller. Miller wears 82. He's on the near side. A keeper. Couple of yards forward. Anderson again near the quarterback. Didn't make the initial hit, but he was there.
That's one of the keys for this Furman offense. They do a good job of running the option, and what they want to do is find ways to just get their playmakers the ball and use his athleticism and their quarterback, and just understand that he doesn't have to do everything. Just manage the game, because he has two running backs that can really take the load off of him.
Roberto right next to the quarterback. It's Anderson. Anderson stacked up by the Samford defense. My initial guess is no, he did not get the first down.
Right here, Furman's thinking about rolling the dice a little early. Not going for the field goal here. But you can get a first down and get first and goal.
Clay Hendricks knows he can't beat Samford with field goals. He needs touchdowns. A little high snap, but Anderson using his legs churns forward, does get the first down. So a running first down again for Furman.
Nice little outside zone. He cuts it back, front side once he sees it clear up, and just get what you can get.
He's only a redshirt sophomore. Anderson. Quarterback is young. One of the running backs is young. Tell you what, spot of the ball there. They're going to measure. What appeared naked eye game speed, first down by Anderson, is not so sure. Short by about a half a foot.
Yeah, like you said, game speed, I thought he had it. And sure enough, he's short. That is a big, big stop for the Samford defense. Right now, if you're Samford, you got to think the momentum starting to swing into your favor. Watch for some explosion right here early in the drive.
A defense that, of course, gave up 70 points last week. Big turnover on downs. And again, it certainly looked like Anderson had enough with his dive, but called short on the spot. See if Welch goes for the home run ball. Washington near side. And it's Watson.
That was a great design. They move Montreal in motion. You see they're not in man, so they only have 3 to cover 2. Hit them quick on the screen.
Intended for King, might have been a little high. King also looking for PI.
DB kind of looked like he got there a little early, but as a receiver, you just got to find ways to work through that.
Jalen Miller on the coverage. Third down, Samford needs 1 yard. Stanton. Fumble. Furman claiming they've got it. Now Samford has it, but again, it'll now set up a fourth down.
That was good hat placement on the hit. Jarred the ball loose. Furman had a chance to recover. Bounced right out of his hand. That would have been a big, big moment for Furman right there, especially turning the ball over in their own red zone to give Samford the ball.
Ty King recovered the fumble. For Samford, they had a shot at 3rd and 1 to move the chains, unable to do so. So the punting team comes on. Porcelato, and wherever this lands, still should be good position for the Paladins. Fair catch called for at the 41. We'll take a timeout from Bowden Field. Samford by 7 when we come back.
come to this place from all over, and we've come for many different reasons. There are those who want to connect, and others who want to lead. There are some who want to create beautiful things, while others want to care for a hurting world. In the end, we are all here because this is a place where our passions find purpose. Samford University, for God, for learning, forever.
Looking to advance your career? Do it with a nationally recognized MBA from Samford University's Brock School of Business. Brock's program design is flexible for the working professional. It's customizable with concentrations in data analytics, finance, and sports business. Think about it. In 2 short years, you can graduate with an MBA from the Brock School of Business, an AACSB accredited school at Samford University. Apply today.
Kurt Bloom, Damian Mitchell, Eric Biancalana on the field. John McAfoose and our ESPN crew. Welcome. Sunny afternoon. 3rd week of November. Damian, anything stand out? Both teams have had a couple of chances to run their offense.
Yeah, I think one of the things for Furman, they're doing a great job of trying to just establish the run. I think from now, they're trying to set the tone, set the pace, be aware for play action if they keep having some success running the ball.
Dominic Roberto, it's going to take a couple of guys to get him down. He might have run for 10 yards in a first down. One hat, one helmet is not going to be enough.
And that's the thing about, he's so physical as a runner. He's a big body guy. Like you said, it's going to take more than one person to hold him down. He's not going to go down with arm tackles.
Man in motion for the Paladins. And the man open, that's Miller. Miller inside the 10, streaking for the end zone. Touchdown, Furman.
I called it. It was one of the things I knew they would try to set up a play action. And right there, the DB failed that was guarding him. He got good separation on the corner route that he ran from the tight end position. And again, Ryan Miller, a guy that we talked about in the start of the game, finding ways to give him the ball, finding ways to make plays.
Wilson with a nice throw. Hit a wide open Miller. If we had a camera in the booth, you would have seen Damian pointing as the old Lane Kiffin flipped the clipboard, because Damian saw that one developing and knew it was going to be a tough situation for Samford. So the extra point is good, and we are tied at 7 here in the opening quarter.
That's the thing for Furman. You want plays like that. You want to set up some sort of explosive plays like that. And again, Ryan Miller, a guy who's been doing it all season long for them, leads the team in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, and adds another one right there. Again, he had his hand in the dirt as a tight end. Those guys, you know, there's a different mold for the tight end game now, because you see guys in the NFL like Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and guys like that who are extremely physical, but also find ways to make plays in the receiving game. When you look at Ryan Miller, I mean, again, it's one of the things, he's a different breed. He's a different breed. As a receiver, I mean, he's already a mismatch for a lot of DBs because of his physicality. And in linebackers, he's too athletic and has too much speed for guys to hang with him as far as linebackers go.
His 42nd catch of the year goes for his 7th touchdown. 11 touchdown receptions for Furman, and Miller has more than half. He has 7 of the 11. Washington, 3 yards deep, and challenges Furman. He will be marked out of bounds at about the 29. The electric Montrell Washington. What a week he had last Saturday. What a game he had last Saturday, a week ago, against the Florida Gators.
Really put a lot of people on notice as far as we talked about in the start of the game. Explosive plays, and a guy that's literally just like a firecracker. Any way you can find him, he wants to see him pop, and he's a great, great athlete. I'd love to coach a guy like that.
Short pass, Creamer. Not a whole lot there. Furman sniffed it out wisely.
That's the thing. If I see at Samford, they're going to continue to eat up that cushion. If they're going to have, they're going to have 3 guys on 2 just based off their coverage that Furman's showing. You have to take those what they give you. You take them what they give you. They're going to give you that cushion, and with that spacing out there, you got to take your chances with the screen passes.
Over the middle, intercepted. Furman's got it. Inside the 20, inside the 10. And we'll wait for the final ruling on a pick 6. Yes. It is good. DeMarcus Clay, his 3rd interception of the year, is a pick 6.
One of the things that they've been doing on film is that mesh route, and they look and see, and I think as soon as Liam let the ball go, he knew he made a bad decision, because right there the safety is sitting there reading his eyes, reading his keys, and once Michael Weiss hooked up in that zone and didn't continue up the seam, he knew he had an interception. He read it all the way. That was a great play by the defensive back.
3rd INT of the year for
the ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
We'll see if he hit the pylon on his dive.
And that's a route that they've been running all year, just kind of set up and basically just use Michael Weiss' body as a big pick play. As a big body guy in basketball, you're going to work him down at the block and just really just fit up and have the guy that wants to come over you. But that was a great read by Clay. Reads the route, jumps it, takes it to the house. Reads it all the way.
And then you got Lyman chasing.
Looks like he may have stepped out. May have stepped
out. 13-7 at the moment.
And that's really been the Achilles heel for Liam this season. He, as many times as we've watched him play, he does have a little bit of an interception bug that hits him every now and then. And a situation like that where you just got to be able to read the coverage. You got to see where that safety's coming. I know there was a lot of green grass right before he released the ball, but you have to understand where those safeties are rolling. Clay was coming from the opposite hash all the way to the other because he had to get to the middle of the field. And once he saw Weiss sit right there in that hole, he knew it was play.
The runner stepped out of bounds prior to crossing the goal line. The ball be placed at the 2-yard line. 1st down.
Take those points off the board. Let's look at the left foot. Good camera. Good camera work right there, that left foot. You would think it would have been the outside foot, but it was the inside foot. So the offense for Furman needing just 2 yards. If I'm allowed to guess, this is like an easy call. Go to number 8, look for the tank.
Yeah, he's a big body. All you got to do is get in front of your man right here and let 5'11", 240 do the rest of the work.
Roberto. Seth Simmer says, not on my watch.
That's what it's going to take right here. And again, we've seen the Samford defense bow up here deep in the red zone already. So it's one of the things, they know what's coming. They know what to expect. Right now it's just it's all about being greedy. Who wants it more?
Personnel change for Furman. Wayne Anderson comes back in. Leads me to believe this could be more of an option instead of a straight-ahead run. That's a give to Anderson. He didn't get in as well.
That's a big stop right there. Samford defense, now you got him in third down. That's a great job, just penetration, working down the stem, working down the line. Backside linebacker goes and makes a play.
Middle linebacker Noah Martin in on the tackle. I don't know if Clay Hendricks is going to go for two. That'll help me. That whistle will help me explain. He knows.
That'll be the first team charge timeout of the half.
He knows he needs 6, not 3.
Media
we'll let
timeout.
everybody choose their own weapon and figure it out. We're going to take a timeout. Score right now, Samford and Furman tied up at 7.
It's not 1,000 lights twinkling that makes their holidays special. It's you. And 20 volts whirring, 10 dishes warming, 8 guests arriving, 42 inches rolling, 1 million leaves blowing, or 1 gift card gifting. If you can't make up your mind, make the holidays yours with Black Friday prices now through December. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Sure, once in a blue moon, you might need your tires for hauling a horse in a hailstorm. But most days, you're gonna need your tires for tougher things, like teaching your sister's kid how to parallel park. Thankfully, these Cooper Endure Maxes aren't just tough, they're everyday tough. Okay, there's a lot of improvement. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
I told you I was gonna win.
With Windows 11, gaming performs to another level.
Let's go!
And when it comes to streaming movies, we haven't really experienced any buffering. It's so cool that we'll have access to movie theater level quality pretty much anywhere.
Seeing it load up that quick, I was genuinely surprised.
I can't believe there's no lag. I didn't realize how bad you were until I got these really good graphics.
Surprise!
It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside. Wow!
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel. The massaging seat. Do you love it? Oh.
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
My broadcast partner, Damian Mitchell, agrees like I do. As you see the score 7-up, that Furman's going to use 2 of these downs to try to rush that ball into the end zone. Clay Hendricks knows he can't beat Chris Hatcher by field goals. So it's interesting, you look at it, Furman halfway there, but the Samford defense is halfway there.
Yeah, and especially for the Samford defense right here. For Furman, if you don't get it on these 3rd and 4th down attempts, at least you have Samford pinned where they have to go the length of the field. And again, this defense just got a turnover and are playing exceptionally well right now, playing fundamentally sound. So right here, you want to find ways to get into the end zone.
It's Anderson in the backfield. One-on-one coverage here, near side. Josh Harris, the wide receiver. Now that's going to go into the air, and it is a touchdown by the quarterback, Wilson. That play busted, but he made something out of it, didn't he?
Right, just used his athleticism right there. First read wasn't looking open. Might as well take it down to your legs.
I think he wanted Anderson out of the backfield.
Yeah.
But the coverage was good. And then Wilson able to scramble.
Right there, took a shot going into the end zone. Right there, they only hurt when you don't score.
PAT to make it a 7-point lead. for the Paladins. So Furman scores a touchdown for the second time. This one counts. The pick six did not happen as the safety stepped out of bounds, but they get their touchdown anyway. And this is off the interception from Liam Welch.
Right, and right now the Samford offense, you got to think, okay, we helped them out that drive. Up until this point, they found, some nickel and dimes here. They're hitting little screen passes, little quick stuff in order to chop it down the field. You don't want to be too pressured because you know how the Samford offense goes. You know how fast they run, the tempo in which they run. But you don't want to give them, you don't want to give this Furman team another chance with the ball off of a turnover. So right now you want to answer, even if it's just a field goal, you want to get points at the end of this drive.
Washington, the deep man. Axel Lepro will kick. He's a lefty. Touchback. So Welch will try to shake off that interception. It's like a basketball shooter. If you're a guard and you made your name by shooting from outside, you got to keep going, even if you have an 0 for 7 night.
Oh, yeah, and the way this offense is set up, he's still going to be able to pull the trigger. He's still going to be able to shake it off, continue to move. They're not going to lose trust in him, not going to lose faith in him.
DeMarcus Ware is the running back. Quick pass caught by Weiss. Weiss tackled at the 30. Gain of 5. Weiss scored a touchdown against the Gators. 4 catches last week. Welch watches that pocket collapse. Ran right into the defense. And that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a great job by the Furman defensive line, really just shrinking the pocket, not giving him much time to go back and look over his reads and Welch, and end up with a sack.
Nose guard is Parker Stokes, 95. Some pressure, but a good block, and now floating it in the air and then batted down, incomplete. Intended for Washington. And Cam Brinson got there.
Late pressure by the Furman defense. I understand why some of the fans are frustrated right there. On that play call, I understand that they're trying to just get green grass and go high-low. I understand the no flag right there because I think they're letting the guys play a little bit. And I also would have understood if he would have thrown the flag. They got there a little bit early, but as far as physical play, physicality, there's only way that was good teaching tape right there as far as defensive back play.
At the end of the day, Montreal Washington had one-on-one coverage. Porcelato will punt it. Another fair catch caught. I wonder if DeJuan Bell practiced his fair catch on the bus, just raised his hand a few times coming down from South Carolina. Anyways, good field position again for Wilson and the Paladins. They pretty much had control of the field. This is going to start at the 34-yard line. That rushing touchdown by Wilson, by the way, was his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Now the big man, Roberto. Roberto falls forward, took a late hit. Only one way that tank goes, and that's forward. There's no reverse on a tank.
At all. Right here for Furman, if you want to continue to chew the clock, again, you found this Samford offense starting to sputter a little bit, not really as explosive. It really hasn't taken much time off the clock. So now you can start dictating the pace, really controlling right now in the lead and limiting the possessions for the Samford offense.
Running back is Roberto. Play action pass. Here's Wilson on the run. Got a man open over the sidelines and incomplete. Joshua Harris, the intended receiver. And there is a flag on the field as well. Any guesses?
I couldn't really tell at first. I think the defensive back may have hooked him a little bit as he started going past him. Couldn't necessarily tell. But right there, a better ball. I mean, he was behind him.
Going the other way, going against Furman. Paladins lead by 7. They've won the last 2 games in this series. Last spring and in 2019, they scored over 50 points here at Bowden Field. All right, let's listen.
Offensive pass interference. Number 0, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
It's a call you don't see too often.
Said 0, which would be Devin Wynn. Wynn is also listed as number 22, but I don't know. That strange call. Benefits Samford. Roberto. He went down, pops back up, and look at how many guys it takes to tackle him. He's near the original line of scrimmage.
Extremely physical running back. Keeps his legs turning, keeps him moving. He's a big guy.
Third down and 10, which means, including the penalty, Furman is right back where they started. They're back at 3rd and 10.
Big down right here for the Samford defense.
Wilson to the air. Here comes some pressure by East. Wilson keeps the play alive and then wisely chucks it out of bounds. I like what he did there. He's only a freshman, Damian, but I like that decision.
Absolutely. Not trying to force anything, not trying to make a bad situation worse. And that was a great design for the Samford defense of bringing pressure. They disguised it, showed pressure in the middle, but ended up having Nathan East working around there, working off the edge in the C gap. And that was a great play call. Great blitz design right there from the Samford defense.
If there's a tackle to be made, usually number 22 is around the ball. It's kind of interesting because his route missed Wilson initially, but you realize he never gave up on it and still got his hand on Wilson and caused that pass out of bounds. Washington is going to let this go inside the 10-yard line, and Furman will snatch it at about the 7. And Samford again with poor field position with less than a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Really a lot of action, a lot of things have gone both ways. It'll be 1st and 10.
Right now for that Samford offense, they got to generate something. They have to generate some sort of positive momentum moving forward as we, get ready to go into the next quarter. But for this offense, it really hasn't seen anything outside of that first drive.
Usually to get it going, it's those short passes, 5-6 yards. There's a wide receiver screen trying to get Montreal Washington. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. No chance on that play.
Not at all. And then when you're throwing the screen into the boundary, you're on the short side of the field. He doesn't have much space and much room to operate. So right there, Montreal's really just trying to make something out of nothing.
Washington now will join 4 on the near side. Welch calls his own number, and he will get to about the 11. So 3rd down coming up for Samford.
I think right there he may have, if he would have peeked out there a little second longer, I think he would have had a screen pass because they had 3 blockers for 2 guys again. And right there, you got to take advantage with the space that you have. Try to get your playmakers the ball in space, and he called his own number. Got positive yardage, but I think he probably would have had a little bit more had he thrown the screen backside.
That will be the last play of the first quarter. Furman 14, Samford 7. Back after this timeout.
Gifts for elves, check. Now just in a dang coupon code.
Hold your reindeer, Santa. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them.
Just download it to your computer. It's free.
Capital One Shopping. What's in your wallet?
Genexa is the first clean medicine company.
What does clean medicine mean anyway?
It's the same active ingredients you know and trust, but without the synthetic stuff you don't want.
Well, I don't want artificial dyes in my kids' medicine. Is Genexa right for me?
Yes, Genexa uses clean, non-GMO ingredients.
Well, I don't want some hippie medicine. Is Genexa right for me?
Yes.
Well, I have a gluten thing.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Us?
Yes.
Is this just another stupid Big Pharma ad?
No. Look for Genexa, the first clean medicine company.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song.
But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Sure, once in a blue moon, you might need your tires for hauling a horse in a hailstorm. But most days, you're gonna need your tires for tougher things, like teaching your sister's kid how to parallel park. Thankfully, these Cooper Endura Maxes aren't just tough, they're everyday tough. Okay, there's a lot of improvement. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
I am the greatest woman of all time.
If you want a great team, you need natural-born leaders, some tough cookies, and a few who do anything to win. Find a group like that, you've got one hell of a team.
Luck of the Irish. Luck of the Irish. Mama's about to get herself a little luck of the Irish.
It's Always Sunny. The new season premieres December 1st. FXX. Next day, FX on Hulu.
Paladins lead by 70. Samford offense scored 70 points, or 52 rather, last week. Eric, what's going on with the Samford offense this week?
Guys, just the 7 on the board from the Bulldogs in the first quarter might be a little bit surprising, but the message from head coach Chris Hatcher in the huddle was positive in tone, just stressing and reminding the guys that a little bit of extra patience and a little bit of extra focus will be enough to extend each of their drives. We'll see what they can bring here in the second quarter, guys.
Third down play, Washington. He will be clearly short. You could see Welch reading his progression and just nothing opened up.
Yeah, they were trying to have a little tunnel screen, but it took extremely long to develop. And once the Furman defense started sniffing out and they started realizing linemen are coming down the field, they knew what was happening. They just read, react, and stopped them there on third down. And again, another punt for the Samford Bulldogs offense. And again, an offense that hasn't really been clicking on all cylinders to start this game off.
And DeJuan Bell should have very good field position for the Paladins. If he goes 2 yards, he's at the 50. Porchelato will kick it towards Bell. Fair caught at the 41-yard line. So still good field position for the Paladins. They lead Samford 14-7.
Our dreams change over the years. Part of feeling equipped to follow them means having health insurance you can count on. With Blue Cross comes peace of mind. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Checking accounts with rewards, savings accounts, credit cards, digital banking, business loans. The real reason people switch from their bank to us? Lower rates on loans and better service. Make the switch today. No, like, seriously, you should switch.
We can meet.
I miss you too.
Not as much as I do.
Fall in love. Even get a mortgage on our phone.
This is it.
Regions has a world-class digital mortgage experience. But if you need extra advice on life's biggest purchase, our mortgage loan officers can help you brave the beginning.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
On the national scene, college football-wise, there are some blowouts. Florida 49-0 over Charleston Southern. Mississippi State 35-0 over Tennessee. A&M over Prairie View 45-3. But most importantly, what are those Birmingham Southern Panthers doing?
Right now they are up 10-7 over the Huntington Hawks in the first round of Division III playoffs.
Dominic Roberto. About 4 yards. And where is that game? And I mean, not physically, but quarter-wise. They were in the second as well?
Yeah, second quarter. It was going right into halftime. Birmingham Southern had the ball last time I checked.
First time for the Panthers in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Program history. Embrace it.
It'll be 3 yards on that Roberto carry. Fake to Roberto, and now Wilson gets by East and gets to the 40-yard line for a first down. Is there such thing, Damian, as too much pressure?
Yeah, situations like that, because if you bring it, you can't miss, because situations like that, there's nobody behind you once you bring it, and you're open field tackling, man, and again, making one of the better tacklers on the team miss, run straight, got a bunch of yards, and now you're looking at a first down in great field position right here for the Paladins.
Paladins up by 7 in Samford territory. Roberto for maybe 2.
And one thing about the Furman offensive line, they've been doing a pretty good job so far, keeping Jason upright, not really getting much pressure. They're doing a good job up the field. Great job getting up on their blocks, staying on them. Haven't seen any holding calls for them. They're playing efficient ball right now.
This is Wilson's first year running the offense. Furman thought Hamp Simpson would win the job, and they had another quarterback transfer after COVID. Here's Wilson showing some Russell Wilson-like moves and hits his wide receiver. And then inside the 10, making something out of nothing.
I'm sitting up here wondering what is he doing? What is he thinking? Buying all that time, staring dead at the pressure that started to leak. Keeps his eyes down the field, finds a way to make a play.
That's Chase Absher, who last week caught a 63-yarder for a touchdown.
Wow. You're telling me this guy's a freshman at quarterback?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It wasn't supposed to be his job, but he's won the job.
Plays like that, you can see how.
Yeah, so far managing, if we can use that word in air quotes, and driving the ball. Anderson right up the middle, and he's in for a touchdown. I don't think he was touched before he got into the end zone and fell down. Wayne Anderson with a rushing touchdown.
Again, that was a great job. It was something I talked about earlier in the drive, that offensive line being extremely physical, working up their blocks, and really establishing the line of scrimmage for Furman. And they're doing a great job as far as finishing drives like this. And you flip back over to the Samford offense, now you see why you have to put up these points, why you need to limit some of the possessions, because now they're starting to find their groove. They're finding that balance, running the ball, and setting up play action.
I watched that replay one more time. I don't think anyone got a hand on Anderson until he was 2 yards deep in the end zone. Looked like Samford jumped on the extra point attempt.
Offside, defense, number 15, in the neutral zone, causing the offensive player to move. That penalty is declined. Try for point.
So now chip chop, extra point. This is for a 21-7 lead. And the Paladins with 3 touchdowns here in the first half. We'll take a timeout.
Media timeout.
Bowden Stadium, Bobby Bowden's field. 21-7, Furman in front.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
On a spooky Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Sheriff, come quick! Rico's about to enter the transfer portal.
Rico, you don't need to transfer.
Have you seen the latest depth chart? I'd be lucky to play it down this year.
But you're only a sophomore. There's still time.
Rico's time is now! You know, never really saw much upside with Rico.
Hey, anybody need a punter?
Punter? We're good.
Oh, brought Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to state!
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
This is the dimension of imagination.
Surprise!
It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside. Wow!
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel, the massaging seat. Do you love it? Oh.
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
And it's NBA on ESPN time. Ready? Set go. Behind make a block where the leg go. Hey, then it's case closed. Looking at the grave with the say so.
Friday on ESPN.
This may sound mad, but big-time rivals can join forces.
Welcome to the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Experience Duke, Ohio State, Tuesday at 9:30. Then Michigan, North Carolina, Wednesday at 9:15 on ESPN.
Furman up by 2 touchdowns now over Samford. We'll take a look at the Paladins' drive.
Yeah, right there, he make a guy miss. He's got some wiggle to him. And again, he just making plays, staying in the pocket, looking around, making something out of nothing, and then still having the awareness to make a play right there. And again, on the touchdown drive, the touchdown play, like you said, didn't get touched until he was in the end zone.
Furman leads by 14 points. They've scored 3 touchdowns, and their quarterback has completed 2 passes. 2 passes. Here's Montrell. Over the 20. They had 1 man miss, but they get him down at about the 23-yard lines. So Jace Wilson, 2 for 5, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. He has not thrown an interception. He has not turned the ball over. And he's been good when needed.
Exactly. They're not putting too much pressure on him to go out there and carve up the secondary. They're doing a great job, and when they're establishing the run game, they're doing a great job running the ball. They're not really asking him to do much more than what he's doing now.
DeMarcus Ware in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Wow, miscommunication. Talk about This 2-minute offense by Samford just out of whack, out of sync.
Yeah, something went wrong right there. Ty King, he's thinking he's blocking, and Liam seeing something the other way as far as, you know, if he would have turned around, it probably would have been a catch. More than likely, we've been second and manageable right there, but now you're looking at second and 10, too. All about communication.
Straight handoff this time. Couple of yards for DeMarcus Ware. 3rd and long again, where Samford has been, except that first drive, they've been there most of this first half. 3rd and long. Can't flip the field. Can't stop the Paladins. You would expect this one goes to the air. It does. Far side caught. Watson, first down. That last move by Kendall Watson gave him the first down.
Yeah, they're reading it high-low. We had a back corner up there by the single receiver, and then Watson working down low inside the flats. And that was a great job making the guy miss. Making the guy miss and getting that first down, something that the Samford offense needed right there to start up a drive.
Good job by Welch going through his progressions again. DeMarcus Ware. We'll try to trap him in negative territory, and they do. He's going to lose 3 yards on that play. Under 10 remaining in the second quarter. Paladins looking to capture a win in the final game of the regular season. DeMarcus Ware off the left side of the offense.
Right now, Samford offense again, another 3rd and long. Want to find ways to give these playmakers the ball. Want to find a way to get an explosive and get a first down right here.
That's DeMarcus Ware in motion. Keep your eye on number 4, Montrell Washington. Welch. And then Welch says, let me see if I can get it with my feet. He's going to come up short. Didn't like what he saw. Everybody was covered. Some short routes run that time.
Defensively for Furman.
Right there, a drive that had some promise to it. Ends up in another 4th down situation. Another punt.
You're looking at an offense for the Bulldogs. Scored 52 last week against an SEC opponent. 45 in the first half. Obviously amped up. DeJuan Bell. And around the 16-yard line is where Furman will go to work after this timeout.
Farmhouse designs are known for a rustic yet refined look, mostly achieved through color. Often you'll see bright whites combined with natural elements. To maintain this look using brick, consider light-colored brick options. As a bonus, brick will never have to be painted or maintained to keep looking beautiful for decades. Bradford Hall, as seen on this home, displays a tutored edge with light face distressing to give your home a time-worn feel. If you've decided to go with a white brick for your farmhouse, choose a lighter mortar such as antique white. Consider using brick in subtle and creative ways. If you have questions about our products, we're just a phone call away.
It really touches my heart that individuals at Ingalls treat you like family. They invest their love into you, they invest their business into you, and they give back to communities in rural areas like ours. I don't know exactly where family farmers like mine would be without Ingalls supermarkets.
Good night. Good night. Hey, I was watching that.
You've seen it like 10 times.
You've seen it 10 times.
I drive the carpool in the morning.
Yeah, we both have to get up early.
Just turn it back on.
Okay.
Sometimes you just have to move. Penske Truck Rental. Free unlimited miles on one-way rentals to keep you moving forward.
Take away the opening drive by Samford. The game has been thoroughly dominated by the Furman Paladins. There's your scoreboard. Samford scored on the first set of downs when they got the ball after Furman elected to defer the kick. Here is Wilson. And he uses one of his running backs. Yard forward for Devin Wynn. Yeah, Wynn's gone from he's supposed to be wearing 22. He's wearing 0. But he's also supposed to be a major part of this offense. But a groin injury has cost him the better part of 5 games. So he comes right back out. Fumble on the floor, picked up by Wilson, and he's tackled. Third and long now after Wilson took his eye off it.
Yeah, first man through. Ended up getting a little elbow on the ball, knocking it out.
Nelson Jordan, first man through.
It's right out of Samford defense. Big down right here. Got him in third and long situation. What you want to do is just keep everything in front of you, and you have him pinned back. So now when you think, okay, if we do make a punt, you have kind of reasonable field position right here. So you really want to be smart and just read your keys and just make the plays when it comes your way.
See if Wilson looks for, well, he's got enough for a first down. I thought he was going to go to Miller, and he did.
Yeah.
Yep, Ryan Miller cut across the field.
Yeah, just a shallow cross right there. Shallow, had a dig right there behind him. Guy just has to let it play out because it comes a long handoff, really what it comes down to, because of the separation that they have when he's coming across and he's in his eyesight, gets it to him. And again, Ryan Miller, a guy that we talked about, you know, the beginning of the broadcast, we knew he's an impact player. We knew he was going to be able to make plays. And again, when a key situation approaches itself, he makes a play.
Your camera shows he was lined up in the slot. Pass caught. Out of bounds after a first down catch. Josh Harris. So now all of a sudden Furman moving the ball, moving the chains. And, you know, the youngster, Wilson, getting Furman out of the depths of his own end zone.
Yep. Established himself. That was a nice drive. That big third down play really got the momentum going right there.
5 yards on the carry.
And one of the things about Furman, what they're doing is they're establishing their will. What they're doing offensive line-wise, they're not asking the offensive lineman to go out there and just mash. They're working inside zone. They're working outside zone. They're working stretch, where they're already creating natural space and they let the running backs dictate where it needs to go, They're doing a great job of being physical on this against this Samford defense and taking their shots when they have them. Again, you have a simple out route off of a play action fake. You flash down on the run, hits them on a deep out route, first down. In situations like this where they can start chewing the clock and managing the game and not asking Wilson to do everything.
Option and the keeper by Wilson. Wilson has enough for a first down.
16, Chase Wilson on the carry.
Right there running option. That was a great job as far as Nathan East doing a great job of making him make a decision. Either he was going to pitch it, he keeps it, he's doing it. He's expecting that these guys that are pursuing are going to be able to hit him before he gets the first down. So, you know, Nathan East did his job right there, making him, you know, make a decision as a quarterback to pitch it or keep it. Once he turned it up, Samford defense wasn't there to pursue, gets another first down on this drive.
Play action pass. Miller goes down. You know what I like there? He again didn't panic. He just kept it manageable, if that's, you could say that. Look at the pressure coming, and he just says, okay, you got me. I'm not going to fumble.
Right.
Right? I'm not going to throw the ball away.
He trusted it. He trusted it all the way through. Then he realized, okay, got to eat it this time.
Yeah, and sometimes, again, live to see another down.
That's it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with what he just did. Paladins now at the Samford 49. Wilson. It's his man on the outside. Harris with another catch. Josh Harris at 23 catches coming into this season, or into this game, rather.
Another third down and long right here. You've already given up 1 3rd and 10, so right now, if you're the Samford defense, you really, really want to press the issue and hold them right here on this 3rd down.
This is a 3rd and 8. Bulldogs drop back. They showed pressure. I don't think, Wilson's going to get tackled. Really, that play broke up, whatever it was, and Simmer at the end of it closed it out. Really didn't have a chance to develop. It'll be a 4th down for the Paladins.
That was a great job in coverage as well from the Samford Bulldogs. And right there, I think one of the reasons why they have Wilson in the game right now, one of the things about their offensive design, they don't ask him to stand tall in the pocket. They get him out there. They get him stretched out. They make him move around and use his ability. And right there, it's one of the situations where he just runs out of room, runs out of real estate. Everything's gone down. Ends up, taking a sack.
Well, Sisson is more of a straight back passer. And the guys upstairs were telling me that the bottom line is Wilson is just that much more elusive.
Furman. That'll be the second team charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
And you've seen that elusiveness and keeping the play extended a little bit longer.
Exactly. He brings another dynamic and something that the defense has to think about. Okay, well, he's not just going to be able to stand tall in the pocket and carve us up, but what he can do if play breaks down, he can be elusive, make plays outside of just standing tall in the pocket and making throws up and down the field.
Be a 4th and 8. Their field goal kicker, Timmy Bleekrode, is long as 51. Do I see the offense staying on the field?
They are.
They are? How about that?
Kind of in that no man's land. It's too far for a field goal, a little too close for a punt.
So 4th and 7.
I'm saying I'm trying to watch out for Miller.
82.
Watch out for 82. Figure out where he is.
Back to pass, Wilson. Far sideline, out of bounds, caught. Again, he's making good decisions, Damien. The only guy that could catch it was either the sideline or the guy who caught it out of bounds.
Exactly.
A very safe throw on 4th down.
Right, it's either his receiver's going to get it or nobody's going to get it. Perfect ball placement. And of course, you want to have it a little bit more closer to the inbounds line, but I mean, he's just out here making plays whenever he's called, and an understandable throw.
I think Clay Hendricks able to roll the dice a little bit, Damien, because this high-powered offense of Samford has not shown that they can move the ball yet, except for that first set of downs. So he has a lot of confidence in his defense. Welch with plenty of time to engineer a drive. That pass is deflected. And then incomplete. If I'm the Furman defense, I'm happy that my coach trusted me and said, okay, if we fail on 4th down, we're going to hold these guys, even though they're scoring 30-plus points a game. Washington caught it behind the line of scrimmage. And by the time he's done, he's just ahead of the line of scrimmage by about 2 yards. And the Samford offense really sputtering, and now Montrell Washington
timeout for injury
slow
on the field
to get up. Washington will go to the sidelines. Third down and 8. 3 wide receivers near side. Now Welch going to take off, and Welch has the first down. He's a pretty tough kid, isn't he? You see he lowered his head? He was waiting for contact.
And there's no need to slide. He understood what the task is at hand. He has to get the first down. That was a great job of just using his ability right there. Pocket collapses, step up, make a play.
Short pass caught. Torrance Pollard gains about 7. Samford trying to use the tempo. Welch, flip pass caught, Pollard. And Pollard ridden out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A little improvised throw there by Liam Welch.
Right, just saw the crossers crossing, let him get into that window. And once he got him, he got him.
Now inside the 10, Chandler Smith. No, not Smith, rather. That's J.R. Tranrino. First down, Bulldogs. Welch wants to keep the tempo going. And he throws it. Incomplete, intended for Tranrino.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 8, Tranrino.
Hugh Ryan on the coverage. He had pretty good coverage there.
Second down.
This is the difference, Damian, between Samford and most other clubs. You got your Quay Holmes and Dominic Roberto's. Now Samford will try to run it in, but you could see that DeMarcus Ware is going to come up way short.
Just that power back where you can kind of dive it down and let him chew it down, 3 or 4 yards a pop. And, these guys, they're a little different. They're different style runners. But like you said, it would be a good benefit right here if you had a bigger guy to, you can spread it out and still have a chance. Ooh.
Welch off the hands of Creamer. Welch got pounded.
They brought that pressure in empty. Rolled the dice, and had he been a second faster. Whew.
Chris Hatcher, a decision to make, and it looks like he's sending out the field goal team.
That's the thing. You can only slide the protection so far when it's a 5-man protection right there. And, man, he dodged a bullet. Good job of getting it out quick.
Under a minute remaining until half. Zach Williams for a short field goal is good. And the score has changed. We'll take a timeout. 21-10 Furman.
It's your Uncle Cooper. If you and your truck are constantly tackling the regular duties of the day, go with a tire that can handle them all. Oh, man. I stepped in it. Go with the Coopers.
It's not 1,000 lights twinkling that makes their holidays special. It's you. And 20 volts whirring, 10 dishes warming, 8 guests arriving, 42 inches rolling, 1 million leaves blowing, or 1 gift card gifting. If you can't make up your mind, make the holidays yours with Black Friday prices now through December. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Prime never believed in double coverage, but health insurance and Aflac is money.
And I know how Coach Prime feels about money.
Aflac. That is what this jacket needs.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside. Wow!
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel, the massaging seat. Do you love it? Oh.
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
faster, stronger.
Eric Montrell, Washington, limped off the field. How's he doing?
Yeah, just made his way off the field a little bit gingerly there after the last possession. He was down stretching his groin a little bit, but word from the athletic staff is that he's A-okay. I expect to see him in the second half.
Good. Good stuff. Samford needs him on the field. Good report. 48 seconds till halftime. Furman most likely will take the lead into the locker room. Not returnable, so another touchback for Kobe Neenan. See if Jace Wilson just sits on it with 48 seconds left to go.
And right now, he's done a great job so far in this first half. Not really put the team in harm's way as far as errant throws or being too aggressive. And really and truly, they've been doing running the ball for sure. And when he's made plays, he's looked for Ryan Miller. He's looked for his guys to go out there and just do what they do best.
I think the key stat for him is no interceptions right now. No turnovers for Jace Wilson. A fumble that was recovered by himself. Handoff. Dominic Roberto. Dominic Roberto at the 40, the 30, the 20, inside the 10, and knocked out of bounds at about the 2.
That is the one thing that you could not afford for Samford right there. They're going into half. They're really just trying to milk it and say if they get a first down, they'll continue to drive. But right there to get it all the way down inside the 5-yard line on the final drive, that is what you did not want to see. And now they are threatening to get points here. And they get the ball to start the second half, too. So it really a 2-for-1 right here for a drive like that.
Handoff. Easy touchdown. And that's Wynn. So they give it to the veteran Wynn. Wow. 7 points that Furman just stole from Samford.
Right there, yeah, he just done a great job of they hit him inside. Hit him with a quick pitch to the outside right there, just outflank him, outrun him to the end zone. And again, this is something that you did not want to see for Samford right here going into half.
Certainly changes the complexion and changes your coach speak as well. Extra point is good. Dominic Roberto, last week, 17 rushes, 100 yards, and a touchdown. How about this game against Western Carolina for Roberto? 4 touchdowns, 196 yards. He gets the playing time because of the injury to the guy who scored the touchdown win, who's been battling a groin for 5 weeks.
Yeah, they've done a good job just making plays when his number is called. You know, one of the things I say is when you stay ready, you never have to get ready. So when the moment presented itself, he was ready, and he hasn't looked back. And with a run like that here at the end of the half, he's a big-bodied guy that runs physical. And right there, he showed a little bit of speed and some power, too. So Roberto, when his name was called, he answered.
Washington back in to receive the kick, so that's good news for Samford. 31 seconds remaining. Wisely, Furman doesn't give Washington a chance to return. One of the upbacks at the 27-yard line. Peyton Ringer, backup wide receiver. Well, I'm out of the guessing game. I just lost big time on that. I thought Furman would sit on it, Jace Wilson, but nope. Hand off to Roberto, and Leads to a long scamper and then a touchdown. And Welch trying to get those 7 points back. And just slides down, and then a flag comes in.
Yeah, we got some holding. Couldn't tell what number it was, but whoever was blocking 81, I think it might have been the left tackle.
And as Damian reminded everybody, Furman will get the kickoff.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Ainsford.
Austin Geis, left tackle.
Yeah, it was getting whooped on the outside and yank him down. Offensive line, once your hands go outside, you're kind of in no man's land. Cole Kubelik would not approve.
First down.
Seven seconds to go to end this second quarter. And Samford just says enough. Almost, Damian, a flawless first half for Furman. You take away that first set of downs, they were pretty good, especially exceptional on defense. All right, Eric is ready with Chris Hatcher. Eric?
Coach, a little bit of an unexpected end of the first half there. What happened as it broke down?
Well, they just ran the dive play inside zone, and we missed the fit, and they didn't get him tackled until he got to the one. Very uninspiring first half of football, and you know, we've got some good stops defensively. We gave up a big play there. Then defense isn't the problem. We just can't get anything going offensively.
That was my next question. Just 2 scores, but we know you guys have a lot more in the tank offensively. You making any changes for the second half?
We'll go in there and talk about it and see, but you know, we're not blocking real good up front right now, and when you're not doing that, it seems like they're one step ahead of us. So we've got to figure a way to mix it up and get something going.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, big first half for the Paladins. Furman 28, Samford 10. Halftime at Bobby Bowden Field. Back with more college football in just a moment.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like these Cooper rugged Treks. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Go with the Coopers.
Cheese, over here.
Yeah. Okay, what do you got for me?
Cheese, what's one thing fans can expect from you this season?
Hey, the world craves cheese, and I'm gonna bring it. That's why I'm gonna be the COAT, cheesiest of all time. Get it?
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Some things can't be tried at home.
Where next?
With Capital One, the possibilities are unlimited. Introducing Venture X, our new class of travel card. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
No one knows where it comes from. It's the fighting spirit. Ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. As long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's
taste
in there,
better.
she's stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
I am the greatest woman of all time.
I'm out here to prove it to those that have seen me work tirelessly. Those are the people that I'm fighting for.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh.
And there are more gifts inside.
Wow.
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel. The massaging seat.
Do you love it?
Oh.
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
Welcome to SoCon Football Weekly. Time to catch up on all the action for Week 12 of Southern Conference football activity. In a season marked by the SoCon celebration of 100 years of athletic competition, would you expect anything less than a football championship that comes down to the final week of the 2021 campaign? ETSU and Mercer find themselves solidly atop the Southern Conference standings, with Chattanooga the lone two-loss squad, and everyone else jockeying for final positioning heading into this late November Saturday. ETSU, Mercer, Chattanooga, and VMI, also the teams either receiving votes are listed firmly in national polls this week. The Bucks sit in the top 10 at 8th and 10th respectively, with Mercer inside the top 25, 21st and 23rd, depending upon which poll you consult. Samford made a little history in their trip to the Swamp this past weekend, scoring the most points ever for an FCS team against a Power 5 program when they visited the SEC's Gators. 52 were posted as a result of 530 yards of total offense on a day when Liam Welch threw for 400 and a trio of touchdowns while rushing for 65 and a couple of scores. He also added a 16-yard reception to cap it all off on the day. But 70 points for the Gators, enough to overcome Samford's surge, and the crew out of the SEC would win the battle 70-52. ETSU also put up monster offensive numbers on the road at Western Carolina Saturday, boasting just the second rushing tandem in Southern Conference history to eclipse 200 yards in the same game. Jacob Sailors posted 266 yards with a trio of touchdowns, and Quay Holmes pitched in with 212 of his own and 3 scores in the contest as well. The effort kept the Bucks in the championship hunt by virtue of a 56-35 win over the Catamounts. The Furman Paladins pushed out front early to the tune of a 17-0 advantage on a day when Jace Wilson threw for 269 yards and a pair of scores, both those totals season best for the young QB. His counterpart, VMI's Seth Morgan, threw for more than 400 yards for the second time this season. Yet the Paladins overcame his big day with a 37-31 victory. The Wofford Terriers came within a single point and overtime of picking up their first league win of the year, pushing the Citadel to the brink in an all-Palmetto State showdown. Yet when the dust settled, 121 yards and a pair of scores from Jalen Adams proved enough, alongside a couple of touchdowns on the ground, to propel the Citadel to a 45-44 win. And it was a defensive slugfest in Macon, Georgia that also kept Mercer in the championship hunt. The Bears will control their own destiny on the road in Johnson City thanks to a 10-6 victory over the Chattanooga Mocs, a day when special teams loomed large for Mercer. With drama building late, Mercer recovered the final kickoff in remarkable fashion to seal the 10-6 win and set up the showdown with the Bucks. The Southern Conference Championship will be decided in Johnson City, Tennessee, a 1 p.m. kickoff between the Mercer Bears and the ETSU Bucks to determine who ends up 7-1 atop the league as the champions of the fall 2021 campaign. With the FCS playoffs right around the corner, that automatic bid out of the league to be determined by that one football game this Saturday. Wofford is also in action on the road in Chapel Hill, taking on North Carolina at Keenan Stadium. Western Carolina travels to VMI. Lexington will play host to the battle between the Catamounts and the reigning champion, Keydets. Furman and Samford do battle in Birmingham. That's scheduled for a 1 p.m. kick, and Chattanooga plays host to the Citadel, a contest scheduled to begin at 1:30. This has been SoCon Football Weekly for Week 12 of the FCS season. Enjoy your football this weekend and beyond. We'll see you next time on SoCon Football Weekly.
On a joyous Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
By the power vested in me by the city of Fansville, I now pronounce you fan and wife.
Natalie drops back into the pocket. It's a three-step drop. Trish is wide open. Here comes the throw. Oh, Becky with the pick. Holy mackerel. When you take a look at it, see that full extension by Becky? Let's go back to the action. Oh! At this point, it's anyone's bouquet. Up next, the garter toss.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Say you're looking for the perfect present. You might try looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face as well as a room. Where it's easy to find the brands they'll love and the advice you trust. That place isn't a warehouse store. That place is your local Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their gifts. This Christmas, wrap it in red at Ace and get free assembly and delivery on grills.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
You cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Venture X, what's in your wallet?
Ideas are nothing until we make them real. Even the best ideas take passion, perseverance, and determination. Everything we've ever done is nothing compared to what we imagine for the future. Harness the power of dreams.
So, you got your first KiwiCo crate? Green box! Well, kid, welcome to the club. You just joined a group of robot building, rocket launching, mechanical mavericks in the making. KiwiCo crates aren't just amazing STEAM projects. They're full of awesome moments like this, and this, and this. And when things click, well, then everything clicks. Get your first month free at trykiwico.com.
SoCon action. Halftime, 28-10. Furman over Samford. And Furman 5-5 coming in, trying to get their 6th win. We'll take a look at some of those first half highlights.
And what they tell the story is the Furman Paladins, as far as running the ball, haven't been stopped. And they've set up these plays as far as the play action. Everything is starting to run. And you look at Jace Wilson, the way that he's played this game so far, he's not asked to do everything. The running game has really taken the load off of him. And him being a freshman, he doesn't look like a freshman the way he's been playing today. You would think he's been the day one starter since, like I said, since day one. And he's done a good job of really, really finding the balance in this offense. And they've been doing a great job all around.
As Welch, one of the few Samford highlights, improvising there. And then the veteran Wynn takes it in. And we'll take a look at first half stats. As I always ask my broadcast partner, what do you see there that pops out and something that might be stunning to you?
Look at the total yardage. You can just look at it. They're finding the ways to run the ball. That backbreaker right there towards the end of the first half was the one that really, really put this game out of reach, so to speak, right now, because you look at the total yardage discrepancy. You think for a Samford offense that averages almost 500 yards of total offense game in and game out, looking at 166 right now and another turnover for Liam Wedge on the interception, it's not really the best look for this team right now.
Halftime, 28-10, Furman over Samford. We'll be back.
Feel stuck with student loan debt? Move your student loan debt to SoFi. Earn a $500 bonus when you refi and feel what it's like to get your money right.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
On a spooky Fansville by Dr. Pepper. Sheriff, come quick! Rico's about to enter the transfer portal.
Rico, you don't need to transfer.
Have you seen the latest depth chart?
I'd be lucky to play it down this year.
But you're only a sophomore. There's still time.
Rico's time is now! You know, never really saw much upside with Rico.
Hey, anybody need a punter?
We're good.
Oh, brought Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to state.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
When you spend all year serving others, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's in
taste
there,
better.
she's stirring. When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to soul-raising, heart-racing, 100 beats per minute. What are we wearing? Once-in-a-lifetime memories in the making, bumps like a goose brisket for tailgating, reach for the universe, rapid breathing, can't catch my breath, top of lungs singing. This is it. The moment is now. Can you believe it? Wow. Get your tickets at Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
Anthrax is a ticking time bomb.
I just think something's amiss. What if the killer's one of us?
The Hot Zone Anthrax, tonight at 9 on National Geographic.
Staring at fate, I'm in the lead and I'm breaking away. She want me now, but I'm making her wait.
That's Bobby Bowden Field, and you see the score, Furman 28-10. In the Southern Conference, there's one game of significance, and it's ETSU and Mercer. As we reveal right there, the Bucks, with an 11-point lead, winner of that game is the outright solo Southern Conference champ for this year. ETSU leading Mercer 21-10. The winner takes home the Southern Conference crown. Meanwhile, Citadel holding their own against a good Chattanooga team. Western Carolina leading. That's a surprise over VMI. And then outside the conference, Wofford and the Tar Heels. All right, here from Homewood, Alabama, Samford University. Paladins in front of the Bulldogs. There's your score. We'll be back with the third quarter right after this.
On a spooky Fansville by Dr. Pepper. Sheriff, come quick! Rico's about to enter the transfer portal.
Rico, you don't need to transfer.
Have you seen the latest depth chart?
I'd be lucky to play it down this year.
But you're only a sophomore. There's still time.
Rico's time is now! You know, never really saw much upside with Rico.
Hey, anybody need a punter?
We're good.
Oh, brought Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to state.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Prime never believed in double coverage, but health insurance and Aflac is money.
And I know how Coach Prime feels about money.
That is what this jacket needs.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club is the wonderfully marinated and juicy chicken breast. The marinade actually reminds me of my mother's cooking. You know, marinades, usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
Ideas are nothing until we make them real. Even the best ideas take passion, perseverance, and determination. Everything we've ever done is nothing compared to what we imagine for the future. Harness the power of dreams.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
You cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
So Kate is helping you with an Avengers-level threat?
He's my partner.
It's kind of a stretch. I made a lot of powerful enemies. I can't go home till I fix them.
We're in this together, right?
We need a ton of trick arrows.
Gotta show me how you make those.
Marvel Studios' Hawkeye. First 2 episodes now streaming.
Furman in front of Samford. Halftime. And before we start the third quarter, Eric Biancalana had a chance to talk with Clay Hendricks. What did Clay have to say, Coach? Eric?
Well, he said after the first 2 minutes, they played pretty darn well. And he said there was a couple of things that they needed to clean up on offense. For the most part, he was very, very happy. And guys, he was complimentary of Jace Wilson as well, saying that he does a lot of good things well. Wasn't happy with 1 sack that he took, but overall, as you can imagine, pretty pleased.
All right, called you coach. I was talking about Coach Clay Hendricks in his 5th year. 2017, he was the SoCon Coach of the Year. Now, people have to, if they're not familiar, you need to be really educated on Furman football. Furman has won more championships than anybody else in the Southern Conference. They were a dominant team in the 70s and in the 80s. They have won the SoCon 14 times. 14-time champion. Hendricks, by the way, the head coach, played there, coached there, left as a coach to go to Air Force, and then came back 4 years ago. This is his 5th year. Coach of the Year, as mentioned, in 2017. They were co-champs in the SoCon in 2018. And you saw it during the week. He's got an extra tough job because of their incredible academic standards, and something we didn't know, there are no graduate programs, and he's never had a junior college transfer. How about that? Wow. They got to get him young and get him into that Paladin way of thinking. And we know on Samford the high academic standards. That goes without saying. Make no mistake about it. In the state of South Carolina, Furman is as good as anybody academically. And those strict guidelines limit the recruitability. And Clay Hendricks was telling us we won't even look at a kid. He could be the greatest athlete in that South Carolina, North Carolina corridor, but you better have some grades to go with it.
For sure, and they're doing a good job, especially today. They're playing smart. And now I see why they're so particular on the offensive line when a guy that coached at Air Force, you know, how much they like to run the ball and the flex bone and how they run their offense and stuff. So I know he has a lot of emphasis on his offensive line play, and it's starting to show right here the way they're playing right now.
Dominic Roberto, who busted that long run prior to the half. Tackled down at the 31.
Just hat placement, everything just lining up correctly, great fits, working up to the next level as far as their zone steps. Great job on the offensive line, and Roberto, can't talk about him enough. The way that he's been running the ball, extremely physical. 5'11", 240, you just got to bring him down.
Second and short, 3 to go. Roberto tries to get the outside edge. He does now. And enough for a first down. Again, it takes a couple of guys to get a helmet on him. Noah Martin, middle linebacker. But you see Roberto, 2 rushes and enough to move the chains and get a first down.
Strong body guy. Just continue to pound, continue to fall forward, and just get positive yards out of this offense. And, I mean, just looking at him, I mean, I didn't play DB for a reason. I didn't like to hit, and I wouldn't enjoy hitting that every single play.
First drive of the second half. Youngster Wilson, only a freshman, back to pass, and it's caught. Like the way Ryan DeLuca came back and helped his quarterback out. The pass was a little short.
Right, that's a long throw. People don't understand how far of a throw it is to be on one hash and working out route to the far side of the field. It's almost a 30 to 40-yard throw span of 16 yards wide, and he put it on the money. Where either his receiver is going to catch it or nobody's going to catch it. It's all about angles. It's all about angles.
Furman right now near midfield, so regardless of where this drive goes, they've already gotten it into a safe territory. Handoff, some room, lots of it, first down and more. Devin Abrams, burst of speed and strength.
Great job of reading the seam, making the guy miss in the hole and getting north and south. That's the thing about these zone reads and these zone runs. Once they get inside, once you find the hole, you have to get north and south as a tailback. And you have to be extremely patient on the front end. And when they see, as soon as you see the hole open up, collapse it, you hit it wide open. Big plays happen.
Yeah, Abrams stays in as the tailback. And Abrams, it's the handoff.
Number 32, Devin Abrams on the carry. Number 15,
Hey, they're building a little future powerhouse here with Wilson as a freshman, Damian, Abrams a redshirt sophomore, and Roberto a redshirt sophomore. That's a pretty good backfield to start with going into next year.
For sure.
In fact, Wayne Anderson is a redshirt sophomore.
Wow.
I mean, they got some firepower coming back going into next year. Again, this is the last regular season SoCon game for both of these teams. Wilson on the keeper. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky.
Right here we got third down and short. And again, this is one of those drives where you start putting in place. You're not going to be forced into anything. The Samford defense hasn't forced you to do anything to change up your game. And what they're doing is they're milking clock. And they've been doing a great job running the ball, so it's not like they're in a rush to do anything or feel pressed, because right now you're in the red zone. You can get 3 points out of it, or you can get a touchdown.
The Paladins need 4 yards to move the chains. They'll hike it at the 19. Pistol formation. Roberto is the tailback. He gets it and bursts right through the middle to the 7-yard line. Wow. Easy first down.
Yeah, very physical run right there by Roberto. I think he trucked somebody. Somebody caught the tail end of that one and went along for the ride. Man, that is 240 pounds of pure muscle running up and down the field right there.
How would you like to be as Taylor? Yeah, he's got to have some seamstress on 24-hour speed dial. Timeout on the field. The powerful legs. There's an injury by on the Samford side, but the powerful legs. You see East. Dominic Roberto, 240 redshirt sophomore. It's kind of scary if he puts on more weight and strength. We'll stretch this to a media timeout. Third quarter action, and the Paladins are driving when we come back.
Holston Gases is proud to announce we are the official gas supplier to the Southern Conference. Since 1921, the Southern Conference has been developing student athletes to produce lifelong leaders and role models. Holston Gases is in or near 7 of the Southern Conference cities and is proud to partner with the Southern Conference to continue the excellence of producing lifelong leaders and role models. Look for the Holston Gases green diamond logo in your area. Holston Gases deliver industrial, medical, propane, and CO2 gases along with welding and safety supplies.
Fender bender, take one.
Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If I can eke out a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
It's going to be a nail biter.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby. Too much?
I think we got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
The versatility of brick in new home design is endless. From textures to edges to mortar colors, brick creates unmatched aesthetic appeal. Brick can be used in any style of home design, ranging from craftsman, farmhouse, cottage, and modern designs. Most materials are susceptible to rotting, cracking, warping, fading, and weathering, but not brick. When it comes to storm safety and fire protection, brick is by far the safest choice for your home. Choosing brick for your new home will save you time and money. If you have questions about our products, we're just a phone call away.
These are the student athletes. This is where they battle. These are their homes. This is where they become Rhodes Scholars and academic All-Americans. This is where titles are forever. This is the Southern Conference.
Dominic Roberto, 14 attempts, 174 yards so far, and more from Eric Biancalana.
Guys, he's been a revelation at the running back position with over 100 yards rushing in the last 2 games for the Paladins, but it's his journey to Furman that is so interesting. Originally born in Belgium, it was his parents' roles in the military that brought him to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where he grew up. That, of course, got him in the vicinity of Furman, and it was just a single moment in camp with the Paladins that got him noticed. He was a linebacker in high school, and Coach Hendricks and his staff were looking for a fullback until they saw Roberto catch a ball and make a few guys miss, and it all changed from there. He's a guy that Coach Hendricks compared to former Minnesota Vikings player and former Furman Paladin Jerome Felton, noting his patience and his skill. And guys, he's one that Coach Hendricks expects to get better and better each year from here on out.
Will they finish the drive with a Roberto touchdown? Well, they'll hand it off to him. Who knew, Damien, that Belgium was a hotbed of football recruiting?
Yeah, man. And then you find out he played linebacker. No wonder he doesn't mind inviting the contact as a runner when he was delivering it for a long time as a football player.
Clay Hendricks was telling us during the week that exact story that Eric came up with. They just kept watching him in practice, and guys were missing him, and they're like, what are we doing? Move him to the other side of the ball. Handoff, straight ahead to about the 5-yard line. That was Devin Abrams.
Number 32, Devin Abrams. Stacked up by a host of Bulldogs, linebacker number 44.
If you can hold him to a field goal right here, I figure that is a win for the Samford defense because they're not getting in the end zone. And a drive that's just eating up a lot of clock right here, you hold them off to a field goal, you have some sort of confidence in your defense, and flip it over to your offensive side that needs to really get going.
3rd and 5. Abrams at running back. Jace Wilson on the scramble, and he'll come up short, so it's a 4th down. And the field goal team will come on for the Paladins. Timmy Bleekrode has had a nice year kicking. 13 of 16 with a long of 51. This is about a 21-yard field goal attempt. Furman adds 3 more. Paladins now have a 3-touchdown lead here on a sunny afternoon in Homewood. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Hey Tiger fans, football is back and we are ready. New this season is a more delicious Coke Zero Sugar with a brand new look. So while you're stocking up for the game, look for the QR code on Coca-Cola 12 and 24 packs. Scan the code to play along with the Tigers and win great prizes. Whether you're in the stands, at the tailgate, or in your living room, nothing goes better with football than Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Go Tigers.
Tossed, buffalo sauce, hot honey flipped, boneless dipped, Arby's, razzled.
Okay. Did you see the flag?
You can throw it to me.
Samford was offsides, so they take the 3, Furman, off the board, and they're going for a touchdown on 4th down. Here's the pitch. To the outside, and in for the score is the running back, Devin Wynn. Well, the gamble pays off. And a big penalty just cost Samford 4 more points.
Yeah, that's big right there. Penalty extends the drive, shortens the distance to the end zone, and the Paladins say, hey, we'll go for it right here. Give us another chance.
Damien, a side story to this is that Wynn has barely been able to play, but he is a senior, and they just want to get him some of his final career touches, and he scored 2 touchdowns. This score right now, Furman 34, Samford 10. Third quarter coming back at you in just a moment.
Substitution on the defense.
Wow, this new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Okay, I'm gonna try it first.
Yes! I need to try it first.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Some things can't be tried at home.
Where next?
With Capital One, the possibilities are unlimited. Introducing Venture X, our new class of travel card. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
We all sort of grew together.
We were the edgers.
I'm getting the edge on you.
After this game, the team was not going to be the same anymore. That was the final chapter in that part of our team's history.
Luck of the Irish. Luck of the Irish. Mama's about to get herself a little luck of the Irish.
It's Always Sunny. The new season premieres December 1st, FXX. Next day, FX on Hulu.
Furman with a significant lead. What happened, Eric, on that offside penalty charge to Samford?
A little bit of confusion there as the Paladins were going for the field goal, and the referee on the far side just had the flag queued up and in his hand. As soon as the whistle went, he tossed it out, and it was 44 on the Samford line, who must have just lined up in an offside position because the referee was ready and waiting for the whistle there, and that was why we had the change at the last second.
Now that cost Samford 4 points as Furman was going to go for a field goal. They took the 3 off the board and wound up with 7. And a long afternoon continues for the Samford defense. And meanwhile, the offense, which usually is the pick-me-up, only 10 points so far. Little onside kick trying to catch Samford sleeping, and let's see if Furman has it. How about that with a huge lead, an onside kick. Let the officials make their call.
It was almost executed. It was almost executed. I will say the Paladins really trying to steal another possession right there and really put this game out of reach. Because you know how this Samford offense can get. That's a great play to high point it. You know how explosive this offense can be. So all of a sudden, that lead starts chipping away. You want to be able to get a little bit more momentum going into the second half.
That's all the respect in the world that Clay Hendricks has for Chris Hatcher's offense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that to me is a sheer sign of, I know you can score. You might not today, but I know what you're capable of. Welch trying to work with a short field. Catch made by Chandler Smith. And really, Furman has a touchdown in their pocket that maybe even 2 that they didn't think they were going to get it. The long run by Roberto to end the first half, and then this one here, they took 3 and went for 7. Creamer at the 29.
Again, this is a great drive to start off for Samford offense right here. It really has been slowing themselves down for most of the first half outside of the first 2 drives to start off the first half. And now they're starting to come at the second half and set the tone. You had good field position to come off. So right now, just start chipping away,
First down catch by Creamer. Just think of it when you look at that scoreboard there. Welch and the offense is going to have to do this at least 3 more times.
And it's an offense that's capable of doing it.
Pitch to DeMarcus Ware. Got hammered by a couple of defenders.
Pass is complete, number 6, DeMarcus Ware. He picks up 2 yards. Second and 8 from the 21.
Pickup of 2. Ball at the 21, right outside the red zone. Comes some pressure on Welch, and then he lobs it across the middle, intended for Montreal Washington, and there is the late flag. Should be pass interference. DeMarcus Clay, who had that interception earlier.
Yeah, got there a tad bit early.
Pass interference. Defense, number 7. Penalties automatic. First down.
That was a good route by Montreal. He stemmed him out, beat him right across the face, got there early, right over the back. Yeah, interception. Pass interference, my apologies.
Inside the 10, and it will go to the 6. First and goal at the 6. Looking left, Welch. Flushed out of the pocket, shovel pass. Incomplete, intended for DeMarcus Ware, the old Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers shovel pass.
He's a gamer. One thing about Liam, he reads it. He's very aware of things like that. He's trying to make something out of nothing. Probably could have been a touchdown.
Here's a reverse to Montreal Washington. Can't cut inside. He is taken down for a loss. This Furman defense means business today.
Backside, they did a great job of just reading their keys, expecting something to come back, and just stayed soft. Did a perfect technique. Ends up the play coming right back to you. Does a great job sniffing it out.
This was 1st and goal at the 6, now 3rd and goal at the 9. See if Creamer, the big target, is the man. Here comes some pressure. Sack. Down goes Welch. Parker Stokes hit him first, the nose guard. Wonderful call defensively by Dwayne Vaughn, the defensive coordinator. There's Stokes, who interrupted the play.
And that's the thing about this defense. They have dialed up pressures at the exact moment when you need it. Big down right here, 3rd and goal. Really playing high risk, high reward. Ends up with a sack.
40-yard field goal attempt. And it is good. Timeout on the field. Samford settles for 3.
Media timeout.
35-13, Paladins in command.
I am.
More than UNCG men's basketball.
More than VMI football.
We will. We will.
Let our voices be heard.
Stand against injustice.
Not be silent.
Together.
Together.
We will rise up.
And bring hope.
This is not a moment, but a movement.
We are a family.
We are a family.
We are SoCon United.
Something brought us here, to a time and a place where your decisions can actually drive change. Where extra achievers become ultra-curricular. Where a private institution serves a greater public mission. At Furman University, opportunity is all around you. So take our commitment, combine it with everything you're capable of, and the world will be forced to take notice.
We've come to this place from all over, and we've come for many different reasons. There are those who want to connect, and others who want to lead. There are some who want to create beautiful things, while others want to care for a hurting world. In the end, we are all here because this is a place where our passions find purpose. Samford University, for God, for learning, forever.
Furman trying to end the season on a positive note. You see they have a 35-13 lead. They're 5-5. A win would put them over the 500 mark. I got an interesting stat for you, Damien. I want you to chew on this. You know, a 500 record, okay, coming into this game. They have scored, this is prior to this game, scored 226. They have allowed 225. I mean, that's a 500 team, right?
Right.
You know? And that's, you know, that's what their record is. Touchback. But today, they have had their way as they are trying for their 3rd straight win in this series. Here's my handsome color partner right in the middle. Eric, no relation to Buddy, former Kansas City Royals shortstop in the 70s. Biancalana on the sides. And when I started this career, they used to have a mugshot of me with all dark brown hair. Things have changed.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Handoff. That's a first down and more. And teams have been shredding. That's Devin Abrams shredding that Samford defense on the ground all year long.
Yeah, and again, they're working up to the next level. Not good fits as far as linebackers are getting suckered into the backside scrapers. Offensive line's just doing a great job. They're doing a great job muscling, reestablishing the line of scrimmage, and working up to the next level. And you see runs like this that happen.
Well, you saw Chris Edmonds at the end. He didn't make the tackle, but the All-American should be nowhere near having to make a tackle because that means something went wrong as he's playing about 12 yards deep. This is a first down run. And a lot of the damage this year, not only in this game, but a lot of the damage, Damian, has been right through the middle. And I'm still trying to figure out, I got to talk to Cole about that. O'Kublet, an expert on line play, but I don't know what it is. But most of the long runs are coming just a smidge off the center to the left or to the right.
Yeah, and it's like one of the things I'm starting to peep as far as the linebackers. It's almost like they're a second too late. They're just half a step late in some of their scraping because a lot of the angles that they have, I'm trying to figure out where they're not fitting up correctly. A lot of backside guards or right side, the backside between guards and tackles, and it's just where are the Samford guys, where are their keys leading them to? Because a lot of these are peel backs, and the guys just outrunning them towards, to big gains.
Nick Benedetto has told us all year long that the issue has been that word you used earlier, angles. He feels he's got the personnel, but they have been a split second late. They have not taken the right angle.
And that's everything. Football is a game of inches, and it's a game of angles. And, when you're pursuing, you have to be able to see, you have to think about where they're going to be and where you need to fit it up at.
Needing 3 yards for a first down. Forward progress is going to make this one really close. Furman, of course, pointing as if they got the first down. Yeah. Naked eye, that looks short, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks short. I think about a yard or so.
What will Furman do? Well, they're going to keep it on, get their offense on the ground and look for the big man, 8, the tailback. I'd be shocked if it went anywhere else but to number 8, unless Furman trying to draw Samford offside is what it looked like.
Timeout, Furman.
So the Paladins.
That'll be the first team charge timeout of the half.
Call a timeout. Okay, so clearly short by a yard.
30-second timeout.
Yeah.
Good push by Samford. And one of the guys in the middle of all that is Seth Simmer, who's had an outstanding final year.
And if you're the Paladins, you're probably thinking, well, if we don't get it, we held the defense, like you said, the confidence that the defense has right now, what they're playing with, they can hold this offense from scoring touchdowns. You're not going to be able to chip away much if you're continuing to kick field goals and things like that. So if you're an offense and you have Roberto in the backfield, 5'11", 240, and all you need is a yard, you'll find a way to get it to him.
Dominic Roberto with 177 rushing yards, a long of 73. He wears number 8. And he is the tailback behind his quarterback. He gets it. And I think he comes up short. How about that?
They sold out on it. There were 10 in the box. They sold out on it.
Damien, I think guys were coming off the bench to be in the box.
Hey, they were determined to not let him get that first down by putting all their chips on the table. Had it been a play action or anything outside, oh my goodness.
I saw people coming out of the Sullivan Cooney Fieldhouse in the box.
They knew exactly what was coming. They got to prove they can stop it. When they knew 8 had the ball, All blue jerseys were around him.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. I think you picked it right, though. You said confidence in the defense. Washington, near side. And Montrell will pick up 8. Well, he did something last week against Florida that had not been done in over 20 years. Brian Westbrook, the last FCS player to do that against an FBS team. Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and a kickoff return. And Westbrook is a dynamic Philadelphia Eagle. That's into traffic and then caught. And then Watson taken down. Boy, a dangerous pass. Kendall Watson able to haul it in.
It seemed like it floated on him a little bit, but again, Watson just being a playmaker, making plays right there, bailing his quarterback out.
Samford on the move. Under 30 seconds remaining. Stanton, the running back. Stanton right at the nose of the goal line. I think he's short by a couple of inches. He is short. See if Samford runs this play. I think they'll try to run this play prior to the end of the quarter. It's Stanton again. No, it's a fake, and then it's Welch for the touchdown.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Once the defensive end pinches down, quarterback pulls it, makes the play. Touchdown. And that's a huge touchdown for Samford right there. Now you're chipping away. Now it's a 15-point game if he adds the extra point to it as well. And you know how explosive this offense is. You know how they're never really out of a game. Because once it starts clicking, it starts clicking.
Welch has 8 rushing touchdowns. That's a good number for a good running back, but he's the quarterback. That shows you how much of a dual threat he really is.
And that's exactly what you want to. Your defense just bowed up, made a big play, and you can drive it right down the field in under a minute to give yourself a touchdown and give yourself really back within striking range. Right
Washington.
There. First down, you're just getting positive yardage, Big play, Kendall Watson with a great hands, strong hands, and that's what really got him down there to the red zone. Pulls, gets in there. Again, just you found the balance. Within that one drive, you found balance. You ran the ball well, you passed the ball well, and that's what equates into a touchdown.
Long way to go for the Bulldogs, and now you see why Clay Hendricks went for that onside kick. Samford leading the Southern Conference in scoring. And Hendricks knows he's going to need at least 30 plus. He's got 35 and a 35-20 lead for Furman 5 seconds before the end of the quarter.
And if you're Furman, you're not really pressed to do anything. They haven't really, outside of that one turnover on downs right there, the second half has looked a lot like the first as far as just physical, running up and down the field, being physical at the offensive line, and just continue to run your offense. Continue to run your offense. You don't have to rush anything. You don't have to press for anything. Just continue to execute, and you can, finish this game off strong.
Handoff and into the open. Oh, almost broke it. We'll take a timeout. It'll be about 9 yards for Devin Abrams. We'll be back from beautiful Samford campus, Homewood, Alabama, right after this as the fourth and final quarter is coming our way.
On a memorable Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
I can't believe my boy's already heading off to college. Here, in case they don't have his at Coastal U.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah, I got you something, too.
Your Science State game ball. It's your most prized possession.
Yeah, I was saving it for when you went to state.
Yeah, Coastal U is where I belong.
Here, catch. No!
You're
was right to you. I thought I was holding all this stuff.
That ball's like a son to me.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Prime never believed in double coverage, but health insurance and Aflac is money.
And I know how Coach Prime feels about money.
That is what this jacket needs.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to soul-raising, heart-racing, 100 beats per minute. What are we wearing? Once-in-a-lifetime memories in the making, bumps like a goose brisket for tailgating, reach for the universe, rapid breathing, can't catch my breath, top of lungs singing. This is it. The moment is now. Can you believe it? Wow. Get your tickets at Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
Ebenezer. Ebenezer.
Really?
First, you will see the past.
Excuse me.
And then the present. And finally, Ebenezer, the future.
Introducing the all-electric EQS. Happy holidays from Mercedes-Benz.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
You cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
Tossed, buffalo sauce, hot honey flipped, boneless dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo dazzled, hot honey $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
It's 6 days to Christmas.
Should we be worried?
I just gotta do one last thing.
Looks like Dad is gonna be stuck at work for a little longer.
Hawkeye, only on Disney+.
Staring at fate, I'm in the lead and I'm breaking away. She want me now, but I'm making her wait.
We head to the final quarter of the regular season here in the Southern Conference. Here's your game tracker. Furman, 2 touchdowns in each of the first 2 quarters. And a 35-20 lead. And their quarterback has not needed to be spectacular. Pedestrian numbers, but I think the key number for me, no turnovers.
That's it. He's taking care of the ball, putting them in great positions on the football field. Again, running the ball, what they've had so much success on this season and to this game. He doesn't really have to, he's not asked to do as much as many quarterbacks have.
Abrams. Carry. Going into next year and next college football season, you can see the focus for Samford is going to be stopping the run all offseason, just working on stopping the run.
It's got to be. It's been the biggest Achilles heel all season long for the Bulldogs. Not being able to stop, not being able to run fit well.
Three more yards for Devin Abrams. Got to look at Sylvan Turner.
And I think the offensive line, again, they don't get enough kudos for everything they've been doing in the trenches. Really, really physical job, really great job on both sides of the ball for the Furman trenches.
2nd and 7. Play action rollout. Caught. Harris goes out of bounds. Nice throw again.
Again, just moving the pocket, using his ability to roll out, use his speed. Once you pursue, got him out there. It was a little flood pattern, had a guy in the flats, had a deeper out. Again, just executing the plays that are called, running the flow, not asking him to go out there and sling it up and down the field. He's doing an efficient job of just putting the ball where it needs to be.
Furman at the 39, Dominic Roberto. 2 yards.
And again, Wilson wasn't even the starter coming into the season. A guy that's really just worked his tail off. And you can tell right now he's going to have a lot of confidence going into the offseason thinking, okay, I've gotten some playing time. I've seen how this offense operates. And he's only going to improve year from year to year.
Freshman who became the starter. He had fought with Hamp Simpson. Simpson has started the majority of the games, but last 3 by Wilson. Devin Abrams is going to come close, but just short of a first down. A kid from Missouri City, Texas, winding up in South Carolina. Probably overlooked because of his size in Texas, you would think.
Yep.
The more you watch him, the more you appreciate the things that he can do.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. He's a guy that he knows his ability. He understands the system, plays within himself. Plays with a lot of composure for a freshman.
3rd down 3 carry. Abrams, first down. Now they have chewed up Samford on the ground. 300+ rushing yards. That hurts for Furman over Samford today.
And they've just been chipping away. They've had some explosive runs as well, but when you're not getting touched until you're in the 2nd and 3rd level, that's how it happens.
I don't know if Johnny Mack's got the graphic, but you look at the rushing yards, that might be the story of the game. 307 for Furman, 31 for Samford. Back to the big man, Dominic Roberto. Got to have a nickname for him. I don't know what it is, but Big Bob, maybe? Look at the rushing yards right there. Good stuff. 314 for the purple. And they're not done yet. And that really has been an ongoing problem for Samford this year. It's not just this game.
No, you go back and look at some of the games that we've called
ETSU,
Chattanooga. They had two over 100 yards that game. And, again, just running the ball and, again, just fits, scheme, pursuit, not taking the right angles and just being outgained, out-rushed, outperformed.
Roberto got inside the 20 before he got wrapped up. Turner, along with Tay Berry, on the tackle.
Again, another 3rd and short right here. Have a bevy in your arsenal, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Probably a heavy dose of 8 right here.
Samford, last time in this situation, they stopped Big Bob. And there he is, just chomping at the bit to get this 1 yard. And he's got it. That was like taking candy away from a baby. That he wasn't going to be denied this time, especially after he was last time.
Exactly. And I mean, Samford knows what's coming. They're crowding the box. They're trying to put as many people as they can schematically to try to stop it. But again, it's just when all you need is a yard to go. There's only so much you can do. Again, this offensive line play for Furman, really, they have dominated. They've kept a clean pocket. Only sacks that you saw were coverage sacks. Rollouts and can't really hold the blocks that long when the coverage is great on the backside. But man, as far as running the ball and imposing their will, great job.
This kind of drive here, just methodically plodding down the field, just erasing the clock.
Yeah, and as a defensive player, it's one of those things where you kind of feel helpless. You're at the offensive line and offensive's mercy at that point because you know it's coming. You know it's coming. You know how physical it's coming, but there's no way you can sit there and stop it.
Second down and 7 in the red zone for the Paladins. The clock is now their friend. Handoff. Abrams wants the outside, cuts inside, short of a first down. And again, they're young in their backfield. That is scary for the rest of the SoCon. Abrams, Roberto, and quarterback Wilson, and you throw in Anderson. They're sophomores or below. Scary. And I don't know, Damian, maybe I sound crazy. I wouldn't really call them a running team because when they go to the air, they've gotten a couple touchdowns. They pop that one just when you sell out, as you said earlier. 3rd and 5. And it's the quarterback, and he's tied up. Nelson Jordan will get credit for the sack of Jace Wilson, and one of the few times a Samford lineman able to beat. There's no one in the screen there.
Yep. Really just stay patient. He had a feeling that something may boot. You got to stay away on the boot action and with your backside. You stayed at home. Got to give.
A 33-yard field goal attempt for Bleak Road. And Bleak Road gives Furman 3 more points. And so Paladins out in front, 38-20.
Media timeout.
Timeout coming from the ballpark. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey Tiger fans, football is back and we are ready. New this season is a more delicious Coke Zero Sugar with a brand new look. So while you're stocking up for the game, look for the QR code on Coca-Cola 12 and 24 packs. Scan the code to play along with the Tigers and win great prizes. Whether you're in the stands, at the tailgate, or in your living room, nothing goes better with football than Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Go Tigers.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
Tossed, buffalo, sauced, hot honey, flipped, boneless, dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo, dazzled, hot honey, $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
Some things can't be tried at home.
Where next?
With Capital One, the possibilities are unlimited. Introducing Venture X, our new class of travel card. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
So, you got your first KiwiCo crate? Well, kid, welcome to the club. You just joined a group of robot building, rocket launching, mechanical mavericks in the making. KiwiCo crates aren't just amazing STEAM projects. They're full of awesome moments like this, and this, and this. And when things click, well, then everything clicks. Get your first month free at trykiwico.com.
33-yard field goal for the Paladins gives them a 38-20 lead over Samford. 6 minutes left remaining in the final quarter. Well, Damien, as we get near, not quite, but close to the end, I hope you've enjoyed your first year up here in the press box.
Oh, I have. It's been a joy. It's been fun just watching the Watching how y'all operate, the team operates, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Every single broadcast, I feel as though we're just getting better.
There's the kickoff, and Montrell Washington watches it go for a touchback. We will take a commercial timeout. 38-20, the
Media
Paladins
timeout.
in front.
Fuel your grind with Gatorade's proven formula and the right blend of electrolytes to help you on your journey to greatness.
Gifts for elves, check. Now just in the dang coupon code.
Hold your reindeer, Santa.
Samuel, what's up?
I got a gift for you. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer. It's free.
Whoa.
Oh, I have that saved me a bundle.
You have that?
Mm-hmm.
What? So, that get me off your naughty list?
Are you off the naughty words?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
You can go big, or you can go big. Bigger fries, bigger drink. Just 80 cents more with any meal. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
Can the science of the entire universe
Fit inside a cubicle crate? The laws of gravity? Check. Hydraulics and propulsion? Definitely. 3, 2, 1! Robots, rockets, and crazy cool chemistry? It's all in there, just waiting for you to put it together, one project at a time. Because the best way to learn the fundamentals of the universe is to make it really fun. Get your first month free at trykiwicode.com.
Well, Eric Biaculana, the two teams on the field, Furman and Samford, are 6 minutes and 12 seconds away from the offseason. Coaches talked to you about the offseason. What did they have to say?
Yes, sir. Kurt, for Furman, Coach Hendricks told us that a handful of players are set to actually go under for surgery this upcoming week to deal with a few issues they've been playing with throughout the season. He's happy to say most all of his players are returning, and while he will, of course, have a look at the transfer portal out of necessity, he doesn't expect to make any moves there since he's already wrapped up his recruiting for fall 2022. On the Samford end, Coach Hatcher told us he's really looking forward to getting back on the road to recruit. It'll be the first time they've done so since you-know-when.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete
And he said
pass.
even though it feels weird since it's been so long, he described his winter recruitment tactics as blitzkrieging the proverbial pavement because they have so much work to do. He noted that normally he knows every recruit well by this time of year, but still facing COVID knock-on effects, that just hasn't been the case. He's ready to act quick when the right player arises.
Solid reports. And that pass was ruled incomplete. Now remember, Clay Hendricks told us he has never had a grad
The
student.
ruling on the previous play is an incomplete pass. The play is under further review.
They will review. Naked eye game speed looked like a catch by Chandler Smith.
It's tough. Strong hands, though, I will say that.
They've also, this is hard to believe, at Furman, they've never had a JC, never had a junior college transfer.
They keep them homegrown.
What Chris Hatcher is going to have to look for is a replacement quarterback, because after Devlin Hodges and Liam Welch, it is time for Welch to move on. And I would think that Coach Hatcher will be out there from East Coast to West Coast trying to find somebody who wants to play quarterback for Samford.
He has quite the resume to show.
Yeah, it does.
He has quite the resume to show, and go back and look at the lineage of quarterbacks that have been here, and you know how this offense is. You know, when it's rolling, it can excite you.
Montrell Washington is a senior.
After further review, the ruling of an incomplete pass stands.
Pass incomplete, as you can tell. So Washington, we think that he'll have an opportunity to go to some NFL camps. So the offense will have to be retooled for Samford. And a good report by Eric told us that it's not been a full off-season recruiting for the last 2 years because of COVID. And
right.
You tend to forget about that.
Yeah, and like you said, it's been a long time since they've had to, push the pedal to the metal and get on the road as far as recruiting. It's so unique, and just think of everything that's happened so far up until this point, and now it's like the first time we have a sense of normalcy as far as how the game is played and when it's played and how we're doing it. And again, like you said, it's just going to be going to take some getting used to as far as calling different names and looking at different numbers, looking at different guys to step up, and even on the recruiting side of things, just getting new Bulldogs in here for Samford. And also for the Paladins, like you said, they haven't had a junior college guy transfer in, and you just look at how unique this landscape is.
Welch keeps this play alive and slides to what appears to be a first down. Now, we remind those who are tuning in, both colleges have tremendous academic reputations as well. So you just can't go to the streets, pull a kid and say, hey, you want to play here? You got to get them through the rigorous academic
personal foul
program.
Defense, late hit, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic, first down.
5.5 to go. After the first down by Welch, there was a late hit.
And right now, for all the senior guys that are on the field right now, you're thinking about these moments, this last drive. You want to be able to put something in the end zone. You want to have something. You want to end on a high note. Even for Samford, if it may not be on the winning side of things, you want to remember, man, my last play, I made my last catch was a touchdown. My last run was a big gain, or some things like that you'll take into remembrance, and as you get older and you start appreciating them.
Flag being thrown. Welch wants to hit the home run ball. It's caught for a touchdown. Another flag is down. What a catch by Kendall Watson. I don't know what's going to stand.
They're both on Samford. I will say that. There's going to be
it's offensive PI too? A hold and PI?
Yeah. Watson definitely pushed off. He definitely pushed off there in the end zone. But that's a wild play right there.
Man, I tell you what, it shows the competitiveness of Liam Welch. One of the last few times that he will be a signal caller in college.
Holding, offense, number 62. Pass interference, defense. Those penalties all set. Remains first down.
How about that?
Oh, well.
Well, 50-50 then.
Look at there. I call myself a wide receiver and just tried to penalize him. Man, my apologies. I just saw the push off.
Certainly could make a highlight reel anyways.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Still putting it on there.
First and 10 from the 39 line.
Now first down and 10 for Welch. Man in motion. Montreal Washington. Screen. Chandler Smith. Micah Robinson put the shoulder on Smith at the end. Second down play. Welch got a first down if he runs. He does. Welch might go take it to the house, to the 10, to the 5, and he's dragged down inside the 5.
Yeah, the Furman defense, they kind of went all out. They did an all-out blitz and went man behind it. In situations like that, play again, high risk, high reward. Liam steps up in the pocket, takes off, sees a bunch of green grass, and just works it on down.
Another great moment for Welch in his career, and then Stanton gets the handoff, scores the touchdown. Samford will add to their total. It's currently now 38-26. Zach Williams for the PAT. And Williams through the uprights. Timeout on the field, 38-27. Furman by
Media
11.
timeout.
We'll be back.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
I need to try it first.
Gifts for elves, check. Now just in a dang coupon code.
Hold your reindeer, Santa.
Samuel, what's up?
I got a gift for you. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer. It's free.
Whoa.
Oh, I have that saved me a bundle.
You have that?
Mm-hmm.
What? So, that get me off your naughty list?
Are you off the naughty words?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
This is the dimension of imagination.
This time, everybody has a shot. Welcome to a new time. Anyone's time.
I am the greatest woman of all time.
Point game now at Samford's Bobby Bowden Field. Kind of thought it'd be a high-scoring game. Just all the numbers just told you that. You know, in terms of Furman, rather, like I mentioned, they came into this game playing the whole season, and their point differential was 1. So I kind of figured it'd be a close, high-scoring game, and we're almost there. It's taking Samford a while. Their offense has not nearly clicked. There's that onside that you talked about off air. It appears to be Furman football, and it is. Injuries was a big part of this year for Furman, too. They've lost 2 defensive tackles. They've lost a lineman, and basically their running back Wynn has been incapable for about 5 weeks, although he scored a couple touchdowns. But you can see that they just spot him in there a couple times, rewarding him as he is also a senior. Health is a big determining factor in the SoCon. And when you take a look at Furman's offense, they got 3 more years. Here's Dominic Roberto, first down run and more. Inside the 20. But they've got a lot of youngsters on that offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and that's been the name of the game, especially right here. You see Roberto, another carry goes for another big gain. And for Samford right now, you got to think about the season as a whole for them. Coming into the season, basically finished first in the conference. And now you're looking at finishing your season below 500 and expectations that aren't met. And I know it has to be hard and it has to be tough because you knew coming into how good this team could be if the offense started clicking, and you know how explosive it could be. In Furman right now, you're just looking at building from this point forward, building up, and the foundation looks real nice. Looks really nice as far as these young guys and the young talent that they have can continue to build off this.
Abrams to the 15.
Timeout, Samford. That'll be the first team charged timeout of the half.
Bulldogs take a timeout with 3:50 remaining here in the fourth. Punishing running game. That's Devin Abrams. Mentioned that stat earlier, over 300 yards on the ground. .348. And meanwhile, Samford at 77. Dominic Roberto is over 200 yards rushing. In fact, Devin Abrams is 2 yards short of 100 himself.
But that's been the theme for this Samford Bulldog defense, not being able to stop the run, and the guys having career yards, career games against them.
I think Jace Wilson has done a wonderful job. Not spectacular, but didn't need to be. The quarterback of Furman, the freshman, handoff, and that will get over 100 yards for Abrams. So they got Roberto over 200, Abrams over 100. Now, the last guy that Samford had was Michael Pierce, who was able to stop the run. And he was about 360 pounds. He stopped everything. Furman trying to punch it in one more time. And you said it earlier, Jamie, a mixture of run and pass. Abrams inside the 5.
Timeout. Samford. That'll be the second team charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Dogs take another timeout. Just a punishing running attack today. If you just joined us recently, it's the Furman rushing performance today that has been their highlight. 360 yards on the ground.
It's tough to beat anybody when you're putting up numbers like that. And like you said, Jace Wilson, he hasn't been asked to do too much except hand it off. Just make the right decisions.
Now, and again, I think no interceptions, no fumbles, an efficient 7 for 11.
Yep.
And when he needed to, he hit his star wide receiver, Ryan Miller. The total yards on the screen right there is over 500 for the Paladins, 200, which is microscopic for Samford. That's typically for Samford a half. I think maybe I've underrated and underestimated the defense, the Furman defense. I haven't talked enough about them, but give them credit. They've stood up strong today. That's going to come up short of the goal line.
I'm out. Samford.
And
that'll be the final team charge timeout.
Chris Hatcher uses
30 seconds.
Third and final timeout.
You look at that total yardage discrepancy. They have more rushing yards than Samford has total yards.
Yeah, that's right.
And that I mean, and it's ending in touchdowns. It's ending in scoring drives. And again, that period in the second quarter where Samford could not find anything rolling, that's the detriment of this air raid system. And you're not taking much time off the clock. And when Furman has the ball, they're eating clock, running at will, and just it's the tail of the tape.
You also had that interception by Welch that at that time was very, very big. It was a momentum killer. And then the ultimate dagger was the Dominic Roberto with seemingly Furman trying to kill the clock. And he broke off a 73-yard run, which eventually led to a touchdown with less than 30 seconds for the Paladins. Third down and 4. Run play. Short again is Abrams. talk about having a fun year. It's hard for me, Damian. I had to look at Coach Hatcher. This is his 7th year. This is my 7th year.
Man, time flies.
Calling football, yeah. Like I said, the tail of the tape, the celery was all dark brown in the beginning. And 7 years of incredible, and you can call it all-American quarterback play. Devlin Hodges down to Liam Welch, and now there'll be a mystery guest next year that will sign in.
Timeout.
Timeout
Furman.
by
That'll be
Furman.
the second team charge. Timeout.
On a 4th and goal.
30 seconds.
And while we keep it here, let's now take the time to thank all of our crew. John McAfoose, who's the producer and director of our ESPN broadcasts, is an incredible guy and an incredible guy who wears about 6 different hats on a daily basis. He's the one steering the ship. The rest of us just kind of leap in there. His entire, the camera people, audio, replay, video. Samford here, this broadcast, the goal is not to be the best in the Southern Conference, but be the best anywhere. And John McAfoose and his crew have put these broadcasts up there with any other broadcast you want to find regionally and nationally.
Absolutely, and I just appreciate John for giving me the chance, man. He's done a wonderful job. I just wanted to find I was a missing piece of a puzzle, and I was just trying to find my spot, man, and I really do appreciate how much fun we have up here week to week and how prepared he is game in, game out for every single aspect of the broadcast.
When you look at the broadcast, the 3 more points for Furman, every broadcast is treated like a Super Bowl. We'll take a timeout with 2:06 remaining as the Paladins now have 41 points. Furman over Samford when we come back.
Hey Tiger fans, football is back and we are ready. New this season is a more delicious Coke Zero Sugar with a brand new look. So while you're stocking up for the game, look for the QR code on Coca-Cola 12 and 24 packs. Scan the code to play along with the Tigers and win great prizes. Whether you're in the stands, at the tailgate, or in your living room, nothing goes better with football than Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Go Tigers.
Wow, it really turned out great.
Yeah, and with the money we saved with Navy Federal Credit Union, it was practically free.
You know, I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
We all sort of grew together.
We were the edgers.
I'm getting the edge on you.
After this game, the team was not going to be the same anymore. That was the final chapter in that part of our team's history.
If you want a great team, you need natural-born leaders, some tough cookies, and a few who do anything to win. Find a group like that, you've got one hell of a team.
Now, Damian, too bad you didn't participate in the punt, pass, and kick media contest prior to the season. We purposely didn't invite you because I got one of those helmets. You see one of those helmets on that box there? I got one as the champion, the upset.
The
upset winner. That was the greatest part about it is that the odds were stacked heavily against me, especially when I can tell you and admit I can't throw the ball more than 10 yards. But apparently my leg, I got this, I run 3.5 miles about 3 days a week.
Oh, man.
So I punted and had a field goal kick that led me to my first ever PPK.
I'll definitely have to participate in that one of these days.
Well, you're not going to be invited. I mean, I'm going to be a defending champ next year. One of the up men. Fumble. I think that ball was on the ground first. Yeah, I'm going to finish the goodbye story with, I have also been blessed with 3 of the best color guys that I can ask for, from Chad Pilcher to Cole Kubelik to you, and it's just been, you guys have made my job just simple, just absolutely easy. And again, the amount of work and determination, the grit, it all starts at the top, and the top for us is the producer-director, John McAfoose, and his crew.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Parker and one of the guys on the field, Robert Burke, will be moving into his off-season role as a member of the production crew. Welch, drop. Always the saddest day of the year. Doesn't matter what sport it is, whatever I call, but that last game, you always just like,
yeah,
it's hard for the body, the shock of like, this is it?
This is it.
This is it? 141 remaining. Welch steps up. What a catch.
Ooh.
Watson. Had a real good last game of the year. Showing some, like you said, strong hands.
I love it.
You never know, trying to make an impression going into next year. And you see the competitiveness of Welch again. And Welch doesn't want to end this without one more shot at a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Completes that to Tran Reno. It's 128 remaining in his final college game. And he's acting like it's his first. Now he goes out of the pocket and rushes. Gets a block, first down. You got to take your hand off to Welch.
He's a
your hat,
competitor.
rather. You might want to keep your hand on, but to take your hat off to Liam Welch. He followed an All-American and then became an All-American.
He was given the blueprint. He was given the keys.
Welch, this time, is taken down by that Parker Stokes, who has had a wonderful game at the nose guard. Fifth year.
Steps in, just makes a play.
Yeah, fifth-year player. He's got a wide body, only 6 foot, but nearly 300 pounds. Watson out of bounds.
Timeout for injury on the field.
Well, Kendall Watson right now with 5 receptions, 68 yards. Perhaps having his best game. You see the injured Furman player. And your Panthers won today, am I correct?
We did.
BSC?
Yes, sir. Birmingham Southern. Birmingham Southern is advancing to round 2 of the Division III playoffs after a 24-14 win over rival again for the second time this year, the Huntington Hawks. This time they're going home. So that rivalry just stings a little deep. I always tell people, outside of the Iron Bowl, I think if you're at the Division III level, the Huntington and Birmingham Southern rival for the Wesley Cup, it's pretty intense.
3rd and 7 for Liam Welch and Samford, under a minute left. Interestingly enough, Liam gets his signals from Chris Hatcher's son, Ty Hatcher, the backup quarterback, twisting away from pressure. And then how about that? Ooh, just a little bit low for Creamer. That would have been a 6-point play there.
Guys,
Creamer got his mitts on it.
Man, one thing I love about watching Leo plays, he's a grinder. He will do whatever, absolutely whatever it takes to get the ball down the field, to let this offense execute, and just will his way to success, man. It's a drive. I would love to be a receiver playing with Liam.
Want him in that foxhole. One final pass, perhaps. Touchdown! How about that? And the two All-Americans for Samford combined, almost a fitting end to the season.
Wow.
Welch to Washington. We got to watch this one again.
You can't draw it up much better than that. If he's going to throw his last play, if he's going to throw his last ball to anybody on the football field, it's going to be to his guy.
That's poetry right there. If you're watching at home, that's poetry in motion. All-American quarterback finds the All-American kick returner. They're both playing their final games, although it's not definite with Washington because of COVID. But that being said, we think this is it. And Samford has actually on the scoreboard made this one closer, 41-34 with 40 seconds to go. .26-yard touchdown pass. And if you're going to end your career like you said, okay, you're going to look up to the heavens above and say, hey, man, you think I could, as a quarterback, throw it to my All-American and just walk off the field?
Just walk it off.
Just walk it off, right. There it is, 7.
Such a competitor, man.
Yeah,
Such
you know what? In fact, the both of them, I would have taken my helmets off if I was either of them, put my hand around the other one, and just walked right into the field house. Said, that's it. I'm good.
Call.
I'm good. Because the last 40 seconds don't mean a whole lot. Probably an extra, or a onside kick, rather. Taken by Ryan Hugh, or Hugh Ryan, rather. So the final 40 seconds, Paladins will go above 500. They will be 500 in the SoCon. And we talked about this in the beginning, Damian. Both clubs, a what if, could have, should have. Both teams played the top 20 teams in the nation. Both teams could have had wins. They wound up with losses. Then they had bad losses that should have been wins, etc. And then it just fittingly ends with a one-touchdown score. And now the final formation for the Paladins.
The greatest formation in football.
And they bring in actually one of their backup, the kid from Mountain Brook, Hamp Sisson. And that is the final play of the game. A lot of points put on the scoreboard, which was expected. 41-34, Furman, the purple and white gang, get the win. And that's 3 straight in the series for Clay Hendricks. We'll wait for Eric Biancalana to get into position. He'll talk with Clay Hendricks, and then we will say our goodbyes. And apparently he is ready right now. Let's go down on the field with Eric and Clay.
Coach, another huge day out of Dominic Roberto, but really it was working for you on the ground no matter who you gave it to. What led to your success there?
Well, obviously some guys up front are doing a good job, and, we had mill guys, Devin Wynn hadn't been able to go. Don was a little banged up, Wayne Anderson, but just proud of our guys hanging in there and finding a way. A lot of just trying to, respect for them, just trying to keep the ball away from them.
Big win today. You got a lot of youth on the offensive side of the ball. Does this give you a good platform going into next year?
Oh, absolutely. I think we've actually got a couple of surgeries already scheduled for guys that were playing today. So, yeah, we do. I think we got 20 or 22 coming back. I like how we got some things we obviously got to get better at, but I like this team, and they fought all year long, and just like I said, I'm really happy to get a win today.
Absolutely. Great game today, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, final thoughts, Damien, before we say goodbye. Give me some final thoughts, buddy.
Man, it was a fun ride. I enjoyed the hospitality, the atmosphere. First go at it. I'm really kind of just, like you said, it's kind of sad.
You're melancholy is what you are.
It's just, it's tough, man, because this is my first goodbye. This is my first one, and it's like, wow, I guess I'll never be able to forget this feeling. I want to thank John. I want to thank you, and just thank the crew every single week, preparing us, getting us ready for, put on a great performance.
It was a fun season, as they always are. My color analyst, Damian Mitchell, former Birmingham Southern Panther. Sideline reporter today, Eric Biancalana. And for our entire crew, this is Kurt Bloom saying so long from Bobby Bowden Field, Samford University, where the final score today was Furman 41, Samford 34. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.